हितेश जी मेरी आवाज आ रही है? माइक टेस्ट कर लो।
हाँ
स्पीकर भी
ठीक है,
टेस्ट।
ठीक आ रही है,
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
ठीक आ रही है।
थैंक यू।
फिर एक बार फिर से बोलना।
हितेश जी मेरी आवाज आ रही है? क्लियर आ रही है?
तो ये थोड़ी दब के जैसी आ रही है, पर चलो ठीक है, समझने लायक तो है।
ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू।
Caveat किस case में? Please, Your Lordship, we have filed the caveat in this.
आप कौन है? Who are you?
Your Lordship, we are representing Naveen Steels, Your Lordship.
No problem. Let us use the learned counsel for this.
Please, Your Lordship.
इसमें है क्या? What is the issue?
Lordship, in this there was a claim. There are two claims which were filed. One was for the both for the against the HPSCB and the Naveen Steel. Lordship, RK Products have filed those claims. One was for 7 lakh, around 7 lakh, Your Lordship, and the other one was around 2 crores, Your Lordship, which was barred by the limitation, Your Lordship. They have come before the honorable courts after 11 years, Your Lordship. And
where is the order passed by the micro?
Please, Your Lordship, the orders passed by the MSME Council.
Take a breath. Around.
Please, Your Lordship.
Which page?
Lordship, I don't have the original paper book since they have not sent me those. These are the caveats and the orders passed.
Just one.
Please, Your Lordship.
Okay, let us pass it over.
Please, Your Lordship.
Yes, sir.
Milord, the petitioner, Milord, it owns two small hydroelectric projects. Milord. One is 4.5 megawatts, Milord, and another is 5 megawatts. Now, Milord, the plants are commissioned, Milord. Plants are commissioned, Milord. And it happens like this, Milord, that when the electricity is generated by the project, Milord, in order to go to the grid, it has to first go to interconnection facilities, Milord. Now, interconnection facilities are constructed by the board at our cost, Milord.
Transmission lines.
हाँ जी, जो जिसको हम transmission line कह देंगे जी, kind of. So it is constructed at our cost. Now, as per operation and maintenance agreement that has been entered with the board, Milord, we are to pay operation and maintenance amount, which is to be worked as per the agreement, Milord. I'll take a lordship to the relevant clause, Milord. Lordship may have an extra P7. Page is 171. Milord.
Page 170.
Milord.
Yes.
Now, my lord, relevant part is at page number 176 first.
Yes, sir.
Clause 3.1 at the.
Okay.
The interconnection facilities shall comprise of components in substation of board that connect the station to the board grid system and any other facility required to integrate the station with board grid system to facilitate evacuation of power from the project. The board shall accordingly at cost of the company plan, design and supervise the execution and commission of works relating to interconnection facility. This is one law. Now, your lordship may have clause 6.3 law. Lordship got it?
179.
Anji.
Yes, please.
6.3. The board shall intimate the tentative amount required to be deposited for normal operation and maintenance of interconnection facilities for each ensuing year on or after 15th February. The charges payable by the company on this account, this is important, Lord, shall be worked out on pro rata basis, that is, by apportioning the total expenses related to operation and maintenance of substation, including infrastructural works such as approach roads, staff quarters, sanitation, repair, etc., in ratio of number of bays comprised in interconnection facility to the total number of incoming, outgoing bays feeders in the substation. So, it is to be apportioned in the pro rata basis.
What is the meaning of number of bays?
Milord, it's like this, Milord, that
users of that facility.
they are kind of users, Milord.
Presumably there is one transmission line.
It is not transmission line नहीं हुई जी. जब बोर्ड प्रोजेक्ट से जब एक ट्रांसमिशन लाइन से हम एक इंटरकनेक्शन फैसिलिटी में आ गए जी। वहां पर इंटरकनेक्शन फैसिलिटी में देयर आर नंबर ऑफ इनकमिंग बेस मीनिंग दैट a number of may be connected.
Let us put it very simply.
Yes,
Let's take that this is a production unit.
जी
You are this.
जी
And ultimately the electricity has to be sent here. Now there has to be a transmission line.
ट्रांसमिशन लाइन
So in terms of 6.1, that has to be constructed at your cost.
At
A.
जी
As per 6.3, it has to be maintained at your cost. If I take it correctly, maybe this is a road which is being used not only by you, but by this project also, by this project also, by this project also.
जी जी जी
In terms of 6.33, it will be pro rata.
प्रो
There are more than one facilitators or persons who are or units who are taking it. So let us assume that maintenance of it is 1 crore rupees.
जी जी
It is not chargeable from you only.
यस लो
Pro rata होगी.
प्रो रेटा
कौन कितना distance?
कौन कितना करेगा जी?
कितना उससे evacuate कर रहा है?
That's right. Yes, Lord. Now, my Lord, on the basis of it, now if your Lordship may have annexure P13. P13, your Lordship will find at, my Lord, page number.
213.
213.
Yes, Lord, 213. Now, my Lord, these were this amount that was being paid by me.
Your Moji 1 and 2?
हाँ जी, मतलब Moji 1 and 2.
Moji 1 and 2.
Yes, Lord. So for both of these projects, these were the operation and maintenance charges that were paid. There is no dispute about this, Lord. Now, my Lord, what happens is that one petition was filed by one of the projects, my Lord, and saying that the operation and maintenance charges are excessive. Now, my Lord, what the regulatory commission says. Now, your Lordship may have, my Lord, page number 210. I'll only read the relevant part. 210, हाँ जी.
Yes.
Para 16. ये order का relevant part है जी. Now, my Lord, what here is being said that I'll read it. The Commission is aware that it lacks jurisdiction to interfere with the agreement voluntarily entered between the parties, but simultaneously, such agreement are to be interpreted keeping in view the provision vis-a-vis objective to be achieved. The Commission has also perused clause 6.3 of interconnection agreement as referred to by respondent board as reproduced in so and finds that same does not make any distinction so and so. A plausible interpretation of said clause would also imply that all incoming and outgoing feeders should be considered for working out the proportionate amount to be charged to SHPs for normal so and so. So, my Lord, they basically said that it has to be done as per the agreement. Now, my Lord, what the dispute is, the Regulatory Commission introduced, by rewriting this contract, introduced normative charges.
P16.
P16.
P16, my Lord.
A257.
Yes, Lord. Now, my Lord, now in case if your Lordship would see, firstly, my Lord, P17.
P17.
हाँ जी. P17, my Lord. Now, my Lord, these are the charges on the basis of new normative charges. Now, if your Lordship would see the next page, my Lord. Para 5 and 6. Moji 1 and Moji 2, my Lord. Total charges are working out to 23,60,000. So when it was between 5 to 7 lakhs, now the charges are 23,60,000 for 1 year. And then thereafter they have, this is for 24-25. And for 25-26, they have again raised it, Lord. Now, my Lord, my simple submission is this, Lord. How it happened, my Lord? It was a kind of suo motu petition, my Lord, which said P15, my Lord. Page is 249. Now, if your Lordship would see, my Lord, next page, that is page number 250. The commission is observing in para 2, Milord. The commission has laid down guidelines to work out the cost of O&M charges by providing so and so. Fourth line in Astha projects. These are commonly known as Astha guidelines, Milord, which said that it has to be on the basis of pro rata basis. Now then, it also says in para 3, page 250, Milord.
Although HPSC,
commission is aware, Milord. Hanji. Para 3. Commission is aware that it lacks jurisdiction to interfere with the.
that we have already read.
Hanji. तो ये ऑर्डर है जी सुओमोटो पिटीशन पर कमीशन का अभी नया वाला जी.
But problem is this.
Hanji.
You see, basically you are aggrieved by P16.
Hanji.
And the demand notices which are emerging from P16.
P16.
Now P16, Mr. Manik Talai, is more than a year old. It was issued on 23rd of February 24. If you were aggrieved by it, you should have challenged it within. I'm not saying you can't challenge it now.
जी.
We'll issue notice. Let us see what they say in their reply.
Milord, page 279. Page 279 is 16th April 2025.
No.
वो ठीक है जी, मैं समझ गया आपकी बात.
Demand raised subsequent to
मैं
that.
समझ गया जी.
Succeed, the court will, अगर आप पे भी करते हैं,
जी जी.
वापस मिल जाएगा.
वापस से adjust हो जाएगा.
अब मेरी सबमिशन सिर्फ एक है जी. मेरी सबमिशन एक है जी कि these are rather two-fold submission, my lord. Number one is these are small hydroelectric projects, my lord. Small. 4.5 megawatt, 5 megawatt जी. Probably, I don't know whether they are able to this shock or not. Number two is this, my lord. As per Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court, my lord, which is followed in 2024, the contract cannot be rewritten by an order passed by the commission.
You are right.
Anji.
At this stage, I have to see the principles of 39(1) and 2. Now, a party which approaches a court 1 year and 4 months after the order having been passed,
ठीक है जी.
as of today, cannot press the accelerator and say कि मेरे को stay नहीं.
ठीक हो गया जी.
What we can do is we'll direct them to file a reply within 3 weeks.
ठीक हो गया जी.
And I'll say that as far as your prayer for interim is concerned,
जी.
we'll hear it. I just want to give them an opportunity of being heard.
बिल्कुल ठीक है जी. Agreed, my lord. हाँ जी.
नोटिस करके 3 हफ्ते में.
हाँ जी. इसमें जी एक ये है कि there was one earlier petition we had also filed. उसमें भी यही था जी कि the prayer for interim will be considered after completion of pleadings.
So not even completion of pleading.
Reply के बाद.
File a reply. I'm giving them an opportunity.
हाँ जी. तो उसमें pleadings भी complete हो चुकी हैं जी. उस केस में जी. हाँ, ये मैं ऑर्डर दे रहा हूँ जी. तो उसके साथ ही इसको लगाकर जी, क्योंकि स्टैंड तो एक ही जैसा है जी.
He can notice.
हाँ, they can
notice.
जी.
सर आप किसके लिए आ रहे हैं?
HPRC के लिए जी. Number 1.
Number 1 के लिए. Commission के लिए.
हाँ जी.
Why number 3 as a part?
My lord, it was on after a petition filed by respondent number 3 that this suo motu petition was taken, my lord.
He is taking benefit of because the impugned order P16 is passed on the petition filed by respondent number 3.
Pursuant, not on but pursuant.
Pursuant to.
Pursuant.
के लिए आप हैं?
I'm
one.
मेरे साथ.
Just one. इसके लिए waive notice on behalf of. On his instruction, Shri Naresh Kumar, senior counsel, has put in appearance on the दो के लिए मैम कौन आ रहा है? धनंजय और मैम आ जाएंगे. 3 को नोटिस रिटर्न फॉर डैश. बट सर फिर तो हफ्ते के बाद या तो इसको दस्ती कराओ सर.
उनका स्टेज
दस्ती करवा देंगे. हाँ जी, दस्ती करवा देंगे.
आप दस्ती कराओ सर.
दस्ती करवा देते हैं जी.
Perhaps by tomorrow, notices be handed over to the learning council by after tomorrow. Interim में करना notices above. Prayer of the petitioner for the grant of interim shall be considered on the next date of hearing.
Grateful.
At this stage, Lansiniya counsel for the petitioner submits that there is another writ petition pending which involves the same issue, and in the same the pleadings are complete. He submits that it would be in the interest of justice in case this petition is heard along with the list along with so and so at the register is directed to list the numbers. Yeah, this is directed to this CWP number 4 and 4, along with this. Yes, Ashish Sharma.
Please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, petitioner has moved and filed an application for before section 17. Your Lordship, for the recovery of unpaid dues and revised dues pages, Your Lordship. Reply of the application has also been filed by the respondent number 4 to 6, and rejoinder to that also has been filed, Your Lordship. Till date, no reference भेजना जी, reference अभी तक भेजा नहीं जी.
Clear, huh? What is order dated 13/10 पढ़ो. Where is order dated 13/10/2007?
That is another P3, Your Lordship. That is the
Please read it.
23 number page, Your Lordship.
Please read it.
Upon hearing the learned counsel for the applicant be clarified our judgment dated 19/6/2017 to mean that disputes referred for adjudication under section 17(2) of the working journalist and other newspaper employees services and miscellaneous provision act 1955 will be disposed of by the concerned labor court industrial tribunal as quickly as possible, preferably within 6 months from the.
What is the next order?
Please, Your Lordship.
What is the next order? Page 24.
That is
उससे next order P4.
हाँ जी.
पढ़ो please.
Having heard learned counsel for the applicant, we are of the view that this miscellaneous application should be disposed of by directing the labor court industrial tribunal.
Now, what is your grievance?
A grievance is that, Your Lordship, application which has been filed, which have been moved in the 2023, Your Lordship, before the labor officer, Your Lordship, respondent number 3, Your Lordship. Reply to the application with the objection that qua the maintainability has been raised by the respondent number 4 to 6 before the labor officer. Then reference is as per 17 subsection 2 is required to be referred to the labor court, Your Lordship. That has not been referred, Your Lordship.
Please read your prayer clause now. What is your prayer?
Prayer.
Courts are not executing courts of the judgments of the Honorable Supreme. Please read your prayer. You are seeking a mandamus. Please, you have to seek execution of the. If the order of the Honorable Supreme Court is not being implemented.
Second prayer में kindly.
पहले क्यों लिखी हुई है? मजाक में. High Court cannot read the prayers in isolation. You have to be careful when you draft the petitions.
Please.
So, time क्यों लगा रहे हो? I have not drafted the petition. आपने draft की. So that is your petition.
That the appropriate order or direction may kindly be issued directing the respondent number 1 to 3 to ensure the implementation of the orders dated 13/10/2017 and
with respect, high courts are not the executing courts, and it is settled law. But approach the Honorable Supreme Court, inform the Honorable Supreme Court that your orders are not being complied with.
That direction is to the labor court, Your Lordship. Here I have approached the labor officer, Your Lordship, as per.
Please read your prayers.
By the designated authority under section 7.
Yeah, please read your prayer number 1 once again. Number 1 once again.
That the appropriate writ, order or direction may kindly be issued.
So everything flows from there. Everything flows from there.
Easy.
So why don't you approach the Honorable Supreme Court that, sir, your orders are not being implemented? If they say that, okay, approach the High Court, then I'll interfere. But in the light of the fact that these are the orders of the Honorable Supreme Court, you first approach the Honorable Supreme Court with the other issue also. अगर वो कहते हैं कि आप High Court आओ, then I have no hesitation. But prima facie, I can't. Learned counsel for the petitioner prays for is allowed to withdraw the petition with. You please go before the Honorable Supreme Court first. इसको लिखना after ऐसे लिखो after making the submission for some time, and in the light of the fact that the primary grievance of the petitioner देख लेना that the orders passed by the Honorable Supreme Court are implemented. The petitioner prays for is permitted to withdraw this petition. The is allowed to withdraw this petition so that they can approach Honorable Supreme Court.
and the death from Honorable Speaker, including as together the High Court in the circumstances should entertain the petition of the petitioner also. Next.
हाँ से ले लो अब, I'll entertain. ऐसे नहीं. It is the order of the Honorable Supreme Court. Yes, Mr. Mahajan.
My lord, I am pleased to pass the similar order, my lord, whereby my lord has stated the orders, my lord, the copy of the order.
Order करना है.
My lord, matters at 4, 5, 6 and 8, my lord.
Okay, sir.
4, 5, 6 and 8. Oblige, my lord. On the reference number and the
वो change हो जाएगा. Yes, Shita. Yes, Naveen.
Like petition, my lord. Then petition, my lord, they have obtained the loan of rupees 9 crore, my lord. For that, my lord, they have released only.
Go to the consumer court. This is not an issue under Article 226. These are not issues to be decided under Article 226. Relationship between the banker and the customer and you, it is of a consumer. You are consuming their services. If you are aggrieved unfair trade practice है या कोई और issue है, go before the learned counsel for the petitioner prays for is permitted to as well. By way of this petition, the petitioner has prayed for the following reasons. Confronted with the fact as to how the petition is maintainable, learned counsel prays for is permitted to withdraw the petition and liberty to approach the appropriate person. Next, हाजिरी लगा लेना सर की नोटिस ना करना. Next, अभी तो खुश होके जाया करो सर. एंकॉर्डो को भी रिलीफ देता है को. Yes, please.
Here's the case, Lordship, where the next P1, the husband of the petitioner, approached the authorities and thereafter the orders dated to the 13th in his favor, Lordship. In the meantime, he has expired, Lordship, and
Yes,
yes, Lordship. The orders have been passed, where adding the husband of the petitioner as a party, Lordship.
When was the order passed?
The orders were passed in the year 2016, Lordship.
When did the husband of the petitioner die?
He has expired before that, Lordship, in 2014, Lordship.
2014.
Lordship. And
Please read the order.
My lord.
No, but the husband of the petitioner was one of the respondents in the
Yes, Lordship. My lord, he was at serial number 10, Lordship.
case. Order kya? What is the order?
The orders, my lord, initially, my lord, they were permitted to ply the truck in view of the, my lord, since they were not the members at the initial stages, and the number of the slots were already there, but they were permitted to ply the truck subsequently, Lordship. By the next at page 13, Lordship.
Forget that the order has been passed against a dead person. Make out a case before the court itself.
Yes, my lord.
The petitioner is entitled for the bill.
My lord, there is an order, my lord, by the next P1 in the favor of the husband.
Let us read.
Whereby, my lord,
Let us read that.
Yes, Lord. Let me just have the page 12, Lordship. ये कि उक्त विवाद बारे
बात नहीं है ये कि वादीगण क्रमांक 1 से 50 तक ने प्रतिवादी सभा का
सेकंड से पढ़ रहा था।
हाँ पढ़ो।
लॉर्डशिप,
ये कि उक्त विवाद
कि वादीगण क्रम नंबर 1 से 50 तक ने प्रतिवादी सभा का सदस्य होने का दावा करते हुए हस्तक्षेप के समक्ष इस विवाद के द्वारा मांग की कि उन्हें प्रतिवादी सभा के ट्रक लगाने के निर्देश सभा को दिए जाएं। ये कि उक्त विवाद प्रतिवादी सभा को नोटिस जवाब दायर करने की कहा गया। प्रतिवादी ने अपना जवाब दायर किया, जिस पर वादीगण द्वारा रिजॉइंडर दिया गया। इस विवाद के मुतल्लिक़ सभी रिकॉर्ड को अवलोकन किया गया तथा 5/9/2024 को निम्न मुद्दे के हेतु निर्णय किए गए। ये कि वादी द्वारा मेंटेनेबल है। क्या वादीगण निवेदक सभा के सदस्य हैं? क्या वर्ष 2003 के सभा के साधारण अधिवेशन दौरान ने ट्रक लगाने पर प्रतिबंध लगाया गया था? के प्रतिबंध सभा में अपने ट्रक लगाने की इजाजत दी जाए। इस उपरोक्त इस विवाद को सुनवाई दोनों पक्ष को मुद्दों के संदर्भ में अपने अपने दस्तावेज प्रस्तुत करने के हेतु दिनांक 21/9/12, 5/10/12, 12/9/11, 12।
There is one problem. Your husband was not the sole party before the authority.
Well,
interest was well represented by 50 other persons.
Yes, Lordship.
What has happened to
Malat, now, Malat, since when I want to ply my truck, Lordship, this order is facing against me. Like,
what happened? What about, do you see how opponents were there before the authority?
sir, there were 50 respondents.
There were 52 respondents.
Yes, Lordship.
To be here. What happened? They have accepted this order or कोई आया था आगे अपील दलील की किसी ने?
That was not
तो
okay.
आपको पता करना पड़ेगा. Hypothetically, let us take a case
Yes,
that someone came to the High Court and Honorable High Court has been pleased to accept the order.
But only difficult, Lordship. Other persons, Malat, since after 16, Malat, they were, we were not aware about these orders.
You see, there is a subtle difference. Subtle difference is that if your interest was well protected by the other 51 persons who were sailing in the same boat.
Yeah.
ये थोड़े 10 साल बाद आकर के आप ये बोगी लेके आओ जो जी order passed against that person. You see, it has to be tested on the touchstone of the facts of each case.
Definitely, Lordship.
और मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, forget it. Argue your case on merit here. बताओ कि order में क्या गलती है.
Well, orders. Well, we will even.
Page 19, पढ़ो. I have heard the parties.
Lordship, I have heard the parties and gone through the impugned order. Learned ARCS Bilaspur dated 4/13. Record of lower court act rules and the bylaws and the arguments adduced during the course of hearing by the parties. The instant appeal preferred by the appellant society is accordingly the impugned order dated 4/1/2013.
अगर आप इसका crux निकालोगे ना order का,
Yes.
what the authority has said is, जो society है, society ने अपने bylaws वगैरह amend किए हुए हैं, और उनकी amendment वगैरह जो fully approved है, तो जो order pass किया authority ने, it is in derogation of the bylaw. So what is wrong with the order? Even if you are relegated back, how can you ask something which is not contemplated in the bylaws of the society?
I'll just check up what इसमें क्या हुआ जी. ये 2 दिन के बाद रख लें.
Simply इसमें लिखना person के on the request of the council is there. Notice question. Yes, please.
Lordship, I am seeking adjournment in this case.
Case
Lordship, I am appearing on telephonic instructions. The learned counsel from Chandigarh has to join.
नहीं है, sorry, ये नहीं है चलेगा.
Then Lordship, may kindly pass over the matter.
Pass over.
He will join because he was on transit. Lordship.
Next is Ms. Rashmi Parmar.
Lordship,
Yes, please.
Lordship, page 12 में कर ली भी सी Lordship. Page 12. Lordship, इसमें Lordship 9% per annum Lordship if there is a delay Lordship. ये आपने interest दिया.
Just one minute. आपके रेट का क्या नंबर था? किस चीज का इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा आपको?
Lordship, for the delay payment Lordship.
Sorry, when did you come to the court?
Lordship, I agree Lordship.
कुछ नहीं है इसमें. कुछ नहीं है. इसमें लिखना of the fact that the judgment in issue not complied with in reference to it is concurred by the parties. Next please. Fence sitters को नहीं मिलेगा. समझे आप?
Lordship, I agree.
नेक्स्ट में भी यही है.
सारे बाकी
सेम. चपको इनको. नेक्स्ट.
मचले Lordship.
इंटरेस्ट उनको मिला who came to the court well in time.
Well in time Lordship, I agree.
Yes. Fence sitters.
Yes.
Yes please. तारा सिंह चौहान. फाइनेंशियल कमिश्नर का रिकॉर्ड बुलाया था इसमें. सील्ड कवर में लाए कि वैसे ही लाए हुए हैं? मैं कहा रिकॉर्ड आप बड़े सील्ड कवर में लाते हैं ना. वो देखे नहीं. कौन साहब आपका केस है सर? हाँ.
Record is here, Lordship.
Show me. His contention is कि इनको पता ही नहीं था कि ऑर्डर कब पास.
It was ought to be communicated, Lordship.
That is.
Lordship, can I have record of appeal number 85 or 2017?
I'm sorry, Lordship, probably I have. आपने गलत ले आए. I am playing short possible, Lord. चिरंजीव लाल का रिकॉर्ड चाहिए है ना? ये वापस करो. Yes, please, Hillcrest. Yes, please,
The partnership had taken various loans from Punjab National Bank, and now it has been declared as a willful defaulter without granting fair and proper opportunity, my lord. The facts are, my lord, that Reserve Bank of India issued master circular, which is annexure P2, my lord, at page 30. At page 30, my lord, the definition of willful defaulters has been given at 2.1.3, page 32, my lord, relevant page 32.
Yes.
Now, when this notification came, my lord, thereafter one show cause notice, annexure P4, page 53, was given to me. My lord, in this notice, my lord, if second para is perused, the facts of the matter were placed before the committee for identification of willful defaulters. Identification committee constituted in consonance with.
Mr. Bhalla, how have you directly come to the High Court?
My lord, I am here on the strength of judgment passed by the Apex Court, where the Honorable Apex Court has allowed various appeals filed by different persons who were declared willful defaulters, my lord.
Committee judgment.
This is, my lord, 2023.
2023.
Volume 6, page 1, my lord.
Rajesh Agrawal ji.
हाँ जी,
Rajesh Agrawal.
Rajesh.
Yes.
My circumstances, my lord,
Let
are.
us see that.
Well,
Last portion of this judgment, your lordship. This is
para 81 और पहले 95 ले
कोई
लो
बात नहीं, just 1 minute.
और फिर उसके बाद
पैरा कौन सा सर?
Firstly, my lord, 81, and then is 95, my lord, and then 98 in conclusions, my lord. 81, this was case of willful defaulter, my lord.
Kindly read it, sir.
Therefore, entails that entity against whom evidence is collected must be provided opportunity to explain the evidence against it, be informed of protection, be allowed to represent why proposed action should not be taken. Hence, the mere participation of borrowers during the course of preparation of forensic audit report would not fulfill the requirement of natural justice. The decision to classify the account as fraud involves due application of mind to the facts and law of the lender banks. The lender banks, either individually or through JLF, have to decide whether borrower has breached the terms and conditions of a loan agreement. And based upon such determination, banks can seek.
Show me the show cause notice.
My lord, show cause. Show cause notice is, my lord,
99.
P4, my lord, page, my lord, page 53.
Yes, please.
if second para I refer, my lord. The facts of the matter were placed before the committee for identification of willful defaulters constituted in consonance with RBI guidelines. The committee in its meeting held on 8/12/2013, after going through the facts of the matter and evidence on record, has concluded that events of such and such as following reasons, my lord. One is diversion of funds as per internal investigation report dated 27th of September 2023 and statement of account of HDFC Bank. The borrower has maintained an account with HDFC Bank without permission of the lender bank. Then, my lord, again, second is siphoning of funds. Siphoning of funds is also as per report dated 27th of September 2023. My submission is that as per this judgment, this report on the basis of which the proceedings have been initiated, internal report, that should have been supplied to me as per the judgment in Rajesh Agarwal case, my lord. In my humble submission, my submission is that I made an application to the respondents on P13.
You see, there is a subtle difference in the facts of the case, which were before the Honorable Supreme Court. In probably that no show cause notice was issued at all for the reason that the regulations did not contain it, rather it did not contemplate the issuance of show cause notice.
Show cause notice was issued, my lord.
तो issue है.
वो classification of fraud, your lordship, that was
That I have read.
No,
willful
yeah, different.
Sorry, willful defaulter. No, but question is not this. Question is that be it defaulter or be it क्या था उसमें fraud. Fraud.
Okay, justice में whether they were served or not.
Show me that
95, my lord. 95, my lord. In the light of legal position noted above, we hold the rule of audio alterum partem ought to be read in clause 894, 895 of the master directions of the fraud, consistent with the principles of natural justice. The lender bank should provide an opportunity to borrower by furnishing copy of the audit reports, which I am demanding. Audit reports, and allow the borrower a reasonable opportunity to submit a representation before classifying as fraud. This is my case, my lord. The internal report, my lord, dated 27th of September 2023, I requested them wide annexure P13, my lord, pages 122, and they rejected my application wide annexure P14 at page number 124, madam.
On the ground?
That it is a internal matter and we cannot divulge it with no further explanation. So my humble submission is, madam.
But question is very simple. You see, you have been declared as a willful defaulter.
Madam.
In common parlance, who will be a willful defaulter? Supposingly, I take a loan of rupees 1,000. Condition is that every month I have to pay 1,000 rupees back. और मैं दूसरे मंथ देता हूँ, तीसरे मंथ भी नहीं देता हूँ, फिर एक किस्त दे देता हूँ, फिर 6वें महीने नहीं देता हूँ, 7 में नहीं देता हूँ. Where is the question of anything be provided to me?
One thing
I have to be simply confronted with my statement of account to demonstrate that I am a willful defaulter.
No, my lord. Defaulter and willful defaulter.
So sorry, you say defaulter, willful defaulter. Defaulter is a defaulter.
That is difference, my lord. In this, that has been carved out.
Chalo, we'll issue notice. We'll see.
My lord, my submission is that impugned order may kindly.
No, we'll hear them. Let them file a reply. Then we'll see.
Nothing more, nothing but a civil debt.
There are only 4 pages are to be referred. This can be disposed to your lordship.
आप reply करें. Reply within notice. किस को जाएगा देखते हैं. एक के लिए नंदलाल जी और आप
National Bank के लॉर्डशिप.
PNB रिजर्व बैंक को नोटिस जाएगा.
रिजर्व बैंक को जाएगा.
रिजर्व बैंक को नोटिस जाएगा. 2 और 3 के लिए क्या कहते हैं शर्मा जी की 4 को नोटिस रिटर्न फॉर रेस्ट एक्शन देना. There is a notice and about that income will be considered on the next date of it.
My lord, in case impugned order is stayed.
We'll see on the next date of it. Anirudh Sharma.
Please, my lord. Thank you.
Lordship, in this matter, the petitioner had applied for grant of loan from respondent number 1 cooperative society Lordship, in the year 2017, he paid back all the loan. Lordship, the mechanic had annexure P4 at page Lordship 19. प्रमाणित किया जाता है करम सिंह सुपुत्र सोनसो ने सहकारी सभा से लिए हुए मस्त ऋण की अदायगी ब्याज सहित कर दी है। आज दिनांक तक उपरोक्त के जिम्मे सभा में किसी तरह की कोई देनदारी अब नहीं है। Lordship, thereafter, what has happened?
What is wrong with the impugned order?
Lordship, I had paid back all the dues.
What is wrong with the impugned order?
Lordship, my application has been dismissed. Appeal has been dismissed that it was barred by limitation, Lordship. Whereas under section Lordship 49, appeal under 93 can be filed along with section 5 limitation.
Show me the statutory provision. Please show me the statutory provision. Dikhao the right speak cooperative. Subject to correction, there is no mention that beyond limitation it can be accepted. And is there judgments? There are judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court. There is a judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court on but there is a judgment Rajasthan Rights Act पे है जिसके जो provisions है पैरामीटर है हिमाचल के साथ. Please read section 93. 93 में है ना ये?
49 में बार किया जी. 49 clause 2 Lordship.
49. Let us read that.
Nothing, notwithstanding any of the provisions of the Limitation Act, the period of limitation for the institution of a suit to recover any sum, including interest thereon.
ये तो लगता ही नहीं है सर आपको.
2 पे है जी.
49 लगता ही नहीं है.
The provision of Limitation Act shall not apply to proceedings taken under section 6973/88.
ठीक है.
I had filed an appeal Lordship under section 93.
93 में भी नहीं है. There are judgments to this effect.
Even then Lordship, I had.
You show me a judgment to the contrary. दिखाओ.
Then time may be given to me. I will.
Show me a judgment to the contrary.
Even then Lordship, I had paid all the loan Lordship which were due.
I am not sitting here for that purpose. High Court का काम है judicial review of the order under challenge. So you have to satisfy that the order is bad.
Lordship may grant me.
परसों ले आओ, परसों दिखाओ. Show me the judgment. On the request to learn counsel this day. Convince me and then notice. Next week. और मैंने आपको बता दिया there is a judgment of Honorable Supreme Court. राजस्थान के Cooperative Societies Act पे था. उसको पढ़ो please. Maybe in the interim some other judgments have come, but तुमको लेके ABM.
Please,
Similar matter already pending. My lord and my lord has clubbed the matters. For number 1 and 2.
It's 46, Your Lordship. That is the similar matter.
Just one.
They have challenged the coverage under ESIC.
किसके लिए आएंगे?
I am appearing for ESIC. This one number 1 and 2.
I am for 3 and 4 Lordship.
1 and 2
के लिए सुबित 3-4 के लिए सरकार. Reply in 4 weeks. This thereafter miscellaneous से करना. Notice in above terms. Till further orders, no coercive action shall be taken against the applicant. In terms of the impugned order.
And may kindly be tagged with the unacceptable.
बाद में देखेंगे पहले. ठीक है. Shri Balwant. Yes,
Lordship, P1 at page 16, Lordship.
P1 sir.
Please, sir, at page 16, page 16, Lordship. Lordship, in the column of ownership, this Fakir Chanda is the owner, Lordship, but now he has died, Lordship. Thereafter, it has been inherited, Lordship, column number 9, Lordship, last 7 lines. It has been inherited by his 2 sons and wife, Lordship. Meaning thereby that this entire land, these are 21 khasras, that is joint land, Lordship. But the Lordship, these private restaurants, they have sold specific khasra numbers 736, 1063 and 379 and 763, Lordship. Originally, they have executed the sale deed exhibit P2 that relates to only the share. That is correct, Lordship. That only share has been sold, Lordship. But they executed another Tatima sale deed, Lordship.
Petition is not maintainable. This petition is not maintainable.
Lordship.
You have got statutory remedies available.
Please, sir. I filed a statutory remedy, Lordship. I have filed the appeal before the collector. The collector has set aside the order, Lordship.
Which is that order, sir?
P5, Lordship. P5 page 30, Lordship. Specifically para 7 and 8, Lordship. I will read it, Lordship.
नहीं. Please read P5 is dated 2019.
Application.
Now you have, please read, you are challenging P3, P4, P6, P9 primarily.
Issue. Issue.
P9 is an order dated 25/11/24.
Application.
It has been passed by Assistant Collector Second Grade.
Application.
You have to challenge it as per the provisions of.
No, Lordship. I am satisfied with that order, Lordship. That order specifically says that the land out of the joint land is specific.
Ask your drafting council. Annexure P3, P4, P6, P9 be quashed and satisfied.
Application.
This is the first prayer. And you say you are satisfied with P9.
I am satisfied with P5, Lordship. Not P9.
Last order, it has been passed by Assistant Collector.
Application.
This order challenge hoga as per the Land Revenue Act before the next appellate authority, High Court.
Lordship, when the government officials are not doing their duty, that is specific duty, Lordship. And this it is a specific judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court.
That is not the question. When the act itself envisages the scheme as to how the orders can be assailed, High Court does not come into picture. Just finality clause comes into picture.
Unless when they are not doing their statutory duty.
Tell the higher authority. What stops the petitioner from approaching the higher authority and informing the appellate authority or the revisory authority? This is what your inferiors are doing.
The higher authority has also passed the order, which is in my favor, but they are not implementing that.
That is why, High Court is not the executing order of these chote babu.
I'm not executing, Lordship.
Please approach the authorities. There is a please land
authority.
Land Revenue.
Lordship, this judgment also, Lordship.
Kindly read, sir, as
appeal, please.
Order passed by Assistant Collector is appealable to Collector.
Application.
So you are now agreed by an order passed by Assistant Collector. You will have to approach the
Collector. First of all, earlier I have.
I understand that. That order was passed by the Collector in 19. Thereafter, I don't know, but fresh proceedings have been undertaken before these authorities, and rightly or wrongly, he has passed an order. Have to approach the hierarchical authority.
Lordship, my humble says that when there is specific provision, Lordship, that a specific khasar number can.
No one comes to the court and says that the officer has performed his duty. He has passed a very good order, but still, because there is a provision of appeal, I am approaching the. I want to file an appeal. Is always filed when a party shows that the authority has erred in doing what he otherwise is supposed to do. Grievous tabi to appeal, sir.
Application.
You will have to approach that authority.
Lordship, my submission repeatedly I have filed.
I am dismissing the petition. Because of this. By way of this petition, the petitioner has prayed for the following relief. Annexure P9 is the order that has been passed by Assistant Collector, Second Grade Fatehpur, dated 25th of November 2024, in case number so and so. This order has been passed by the authority on an application preferred under ये हिमाचल प्रदेश भू राजस्व अधिनियम क्या होगा सर? लैंड रेवेन्यू एक्ट under section 123 of the HP Land Revenue Act. Taking into consideration the fact that the Land Revenue Act is both a procedural and substantive law, and section 14 thereof provides for the appellate forums available, and section 17 thereof provides for the revisional avenues available. The petitioner cannot directly approach the court against the order passed by Assistant Collector, Second Grade, without exhausting the statutory remedies. Accordingly, the petition is dismissed, but with liberty to the petitioner to approach the statutory authorities as are envisaged in the act.
Clear, Lordship. Clear.
Dismiss नहीं करना. Accordingly, this court is not entertaining this writ petition. Liberty to the and closing the same, but with liberty to the.
Clear, Lordship.
My lord, in this case, now some objection raised by the other party on the previous date of hearing. First, my lord, impugned order, nature. This is before my London friend starts, my lord, on the last day of hearing, we were on this point.
I'm aware, sir.
Yes, my lord. Please honor our court's judgment, my lord.
Yes.
Annexure P9 for a moment, my annexure P9 at page number 53. P9. In this case, at page number 53, one. ये है जिसमें MC मोहिंद्र कुमार में.
ये तो डिसाइड हो, मैंने परसों भी किया
Annexure P9. Now MC is represented through commissioner in their appeal. Now second appeal, Kamal Verma, MC is represented through commissioner, and then third appeal also MC represented through commissioner. We are assailing the same order because ultimately this was their appeal, and which was decided, which is to be assailed by the commissioner.
Just one. You see, do an illegality or impropriety for the simple reason they are not municipal corporation or municipal committee. They can do it. Can the municipal committee do it?
Has to defend it. Section now Corporation Act. This section 388 may kindly have this. This is Himachal Pradesh Municipal Corporation Act. Two section I would be invoking because ultimately a role of the commissioner is executive as well as adjudicatory. Just as the collector in 118, my lord. So this is state of HP through collector has to sail the and defend the action taken by the collector. So 388. Now power to institute legal proceeding etc. and to obtain legal advice. Then relevant is E part. The commissioner may defend the suit or other legal proceeding brought against the corporation or against the corporation commissioner or corporation officer or other corporation employee in thing done or omitted to have been done by any one of them in the official capacity. This is one.
If there is a flaw in the act, amend the act. Court will not change itself as per court will not act as per a flawed statute. Statute has to be amended accordingly.
Because ultimately others official they do not take responsibility.
You are not understanding the seriousness of the issue, sir. You are not understanding the seriousness of the issue.
No, we are understanding, Malo. We are understanding.
Please appreciate.
Malo.
Please appreciate. Malo. When the order of the commissioner is assailed before the learned district judge,
Malo.
Does the commissioner in person go to defend his order?
No, this is now ultimately this is now petition against the corporation.
So,
and who would represent the commissioner corporation?
Kindly read this. Kindly see the writ petition.
Malo.
The through commissioner.
Malo.
Who has filed the affidavit? I could have understood had they come to the court and said, "Sir, nomenclature हमने इसलिए रखा क्योंकि इन्होंने भी वैसे रखा था." But please see, the petition is not verified by the commissioner. It is verified by the architect planner or क्या होता है वहाँ पे डेप्ट क्या बोलते हैं उसको नंबर 2 जो होता है
जो ज्वाइंट कमिश्नर कोई होता है वो कोई भी होता है
एक मिनट में इनका ऑब्जेक्शन खारिज कर देना commissioner cannot file a writ petition on his own affidavit.
An executive function for a moment, man. Because ultimately नहीं वो because we are also in trouble, man. Because I have to now I have instruction to now point out one section again. Section 50 then function of the commissioner. This is executive also. Same as
आपको एक चीज बोल रहा हूँ.
Hello.
मैं liberty नहीं दूंगा. I'll decide this issue.
Naturally, this I have to decide. Because we are also now in problem. Other officer not now in a position to take responsibility. They say this is commissioner. Now commissioner says then what I can do at this stage. Now the function of the commissioner, section 50. Same as otherwise provided in the act, supervision and control of the corporation and its mayor.
To hold a press conference.
Mal.
आज अगर बाकी कोई सुन नहीं रहा है, ask the commissioner to hold a press conference.
नहीं सुन नहीं रहा है।
की कोई और तो तैयार ही नहीं हो रहा responsibility.
नहीं वो no one is taking responsibility. They said they should go. They said he's the executive head. He's the now adjudicatory head. Now section 50. Executive power for the purpose of carrying out provision of the act shall vest in the commissioner, who shall also exercise all power and perform all duties specifically conferred or imposed upon him. Section 50.
Yes.
Section 50. Save as otherwise provided in this act, the subject to the supervision and control of the corporation and its mayor, the executive power for the purpose of carrying out the provision of the act shall vest in the commissioner, who shall also exercise all power and perform all duties specifically conferred or imposed upon him by the act or by other law for the time being enforced. So this is section 50, where executive power is there. Now, as far as defense is concerned, section 388. Section 388.
Let us read that also.
388. This power to institute legal proceeding, etc., and obtain legal advice. The commissioner may A is not relevant, B is not relevant, C is not relevant, D may not be that. E. Defend a suit or other legal proceeding brought against the corporation or against the commissioner or corporation corporation employee in respect of anything done or omitted to have been done by one of them in the official capacity. Then one thing more, one thing more. In this case, initial order may kindly see, because why these are being enforced, there is some now background in the same. Now annexure P1 this is annexure P2 at page number 18. Initially, what happened in this case? These all private respondents, they were fighting against each other. They instituted writ petition against MC through corporation. And what the principal divisional bench at page number 23 passed order in para number 5 says the respondent corporation already issued notice to the petitioner as well as the private respondent. The petitioner now need not to be kept pending. Petition is disposed of with the direction of the corporation that the notices issued to the petitioner and private respondent shall be taken to logic conclusion by the respondent corporation expeditiously, and steps shall be to demolish the construction building if found to be illegal and unauthorized. Action taken report shall be filed by the respondent corporation in the court on such and such date. This is ultimately writ petition instituted by them against the corporation, against the.
अगर आप इसको इतनी strictly पढ़ोगे, show me the power conferred upon the commissioner to institute a proceeding under 388.
No, defend दिखाया ना ये. This is because we are defending now. Or
you are offender here.
Yeah. Ultimately, what we are defending?
You are the aggressor here.
I could understand. I could understand. Now, I could understand. Now, what was the problem? This treated by them. We are defending the same. Now, order passed by the district judge is over and above the order passed by the principal division bench. Principal division bench says to the corporation, you take your notice to the logic and decide it and get it demolished.
One of the fundamentals of the constitution of a country is, and especially part 3, that one cannot be a judge in his own cause.
Now let us take.
How can the commissioner assail the order which sets aside his own order
in his executive capacity? Just as a collector for a moment, Milo. 118 proceeding goes on.
I'm sorry to use these words now. You see, I've been dealing with the matters of the Honorable High Court on administrative side relating to litigation. I sit in my capacity as an administrative member in so many committees.
Definitely.
I also sit here as a judicial officer in those cases which relate to the officials and of the High Court. We know that thin line of demarcation.
Now,
High Court is never sued through Honorable the Chief Justice. It is sued through the
registrar.
But
we can understand.
No one can stop anyone from filing a writ against the High Court through Honorable the Chief Justice? करते हैं लोग. Who defends it?
This is definitely.
It's always defended by the
This
registrar.
is now here now Act says, and one thing more, there is third petition against me. Third petition by Narendra versus this MC concern. This is again against me, against the same order. The third petition 227. My lord, this third petition by Narendra Kumar. Because they are the private respondent. Now against the same order, they are here against me. That
Preposition is different.
कोई बात नहीं.
I either agreed is coming to Honorable High Court. The position is different than position of my learned friend.
नहीं position तो वही है.
Concerns are asserting their own orders.
नहीं, this is the otherwise. This is by the virtue of act itself. We are in now trouble. Now after all, this illegality done by the decisions.
इसमें proceedings की section में initiate हुई है.
वैसे तो हमारा पॉइंट ये है कि 256 में नहीं होना चाहिए था. वो वंस प्रिंसिपल डिविजनल बेंच हैज पास्ड एन ऑर्डर.
253 देखो जरा क्या है.
253 इसमें 253
हाँ ठीक है. अब नाउ मेरे को आप एक चीज एक्सप्लेन करो. सेक्शन 253 इज अ पार्ट ऑफ विच चैप्टर ऑफ द म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन है?
253 chapter 14.
Chapter 14. And this 388, it is part of which chapter? Chapter 21. Chapter 21 relates to what? Power, procedure, offences and penalty. Does this chapter date back to proceedings under 253?
This applies to the entire world.
356.
356 now power, procedure, offences and penalty. Now 356 now for a moment. Signature, condition, duration, suspension, revocation, etc. license, return permission. Then 357 power of the entry and inspection. Then 358 power to enter land adjoining land in question. 359 breaking into building. Then 360 time of making entry. 361 consent ordinary to be obtained. Then regard 362 regard to be had to the social and religious usages. 363 provision of the obstruction or obstruction in execution of the work. 364 public notices how to be made known. 365 then like this. This notices etc. to fix reasonable time etc. proof of the consent of the commissioner etc. 366. Whatever the act and rule and regulation bylaws made there under the doing of or omission to do anything or validity of anything depending upon the approval, sanction, consent, concurrence, declaration, opinion, satisfaction of the commissioner or corporation, written document signed by the commissioner or an officer purporting to convey or set forth such approval, sanction, consent and concurrence, declaration, opinion or satisfaction shall be evidence. Notices etc. by whom to be served or issued. All notices, summons or document required by the act, regulation, bylaws to be served upon, issued by to any person shall be served or issued by the municipal officer or corporation employee or by other person authorized by the commission.
Well, let us be very clear.
Well,
CPC also envisages similar provisions.
this is section 80 for if the 80 is seen.
Orders हैं उसमें. उसमें clearly envisaged है that the government का जहाँ reference है, government defend भी कर सकती है और institute भी कर सकती है. यहाँ पे unfortunately if you read 388E, defend, suit or other proceedings, they are very clear that his power is only in a proceeding which is initiated against the commission corporation.
It means other than this will lead to the conclusion that if the petition is filed against me, just as they have filed.
You can't defend.
Now this is.
अगर आप act strictly पढ़ोगे, then only one in.
Now here the defense slightly, my lord, we with all our command now humility, my lord, at our command. Now we submit that we are defending entire this proceeding initiated against me by the virtue of the order of the honorable. This is all defense, my lord. This is all defense.
ऐसा नहीं है.
Now supposing some order is passed wrongly.
नहीं, पता नहीं, but constitution भी आ गया था 26 जनवरी 1950 को पोस्ट में. This is not the first case which is coming thereafter with regard to the interpretation of these words. Otherwise, there was no necessity for anyone to write anywhere power to defend and to institute. There is a subtle difference between power to institute and power to defend. अगर आप इतना इसको खींचते हैं तो I'll say that as of today corporation के पास तो power ही नहीं है किसी चीज को भी institute करने की. Only limited power. You see, commissioner is the creature. He is a slave of the statute. He cannot go outside the statute. You are saying that corporation cannot institute any proceeding under the affidavit of an officer other than the commissioner because this is not so envisaged in the act. The court is asking you, where is the power conferred upon the commissioner to institute a proceeding on behalf of the corporation against anyone?
If liberally this section 380 will be seen because of something क्योंकि इसके अलावा कोई provision नहीं हमने ultimately we have been going
आपके पास आपको एक नहीं है इसमें
because this will be halfway matter. Other would be pending, mine would be dismissed. Then again some now this will lead to some confusion. This will lead.
You see, I'm again telling you, there is a subtle difference between the corporation and the commissioner represented by Mr. Bhalla and Mr. Baba. But you can always, let us assume this objection was taken by them. That's what we can. Municipal corporation through commissioner आपने कहा था सर मेरे पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं थी क्योंकि इन्होंने भी मेरे को ऐसे ही शू किया हुआ था लेकिन एफिडेविट जो है हमने कमिश्नर का नहीं लगाया हुआ we were taking this case, the objection was taken more so because of technicality. But speaking for myself, it raises a very important question. इसमें देखो when this particular सर आपका मैं 227 लगा कर दूंगा अभी उसमें छोड़ दूंगा when these two petitions were taken up for consideration on the previous days, an objection was taken by the respondent calling maintainability of the petition on the ground that herein the petition stood filed by the Commissioner of Municipal Corporation Shimla, Solan, on their affidavit, ignoring the fact that the initial order, which was asserted by the private respondent before the learned district and session judge, was passed by the commissioner himself in his quasi-judicial authority. Today, the senior counsel appearing for the corporation has taken the court through the provision of the Municipal Corporation Act in general and section 388 in particular, and they have submitted that in light of the said statutory provision, only the commissioner who is authorized to institute legal proceedings on behalf of the corporation. I have carefully read the provision of section 388 of the Act in general and 388E thereof in particular. The provision of section 388 demonstrate that besides other powers conferred upon the commissioner under this section, one of the powers conferred is to defend any suit or legal proceeding brought against the corporation or against the commissioner or the corporation officer or other corporation employee respect of anything done or omitted to be done by one of them in an official capacity. Now, incidentally, in terms of the provisions of section 388, there is no power conferred upon the commissioner to institute any legal proceeding on behalf of the commissioner. The limited power to defend any suit or legal proceeding is also confined to those cases where such proceedings are initiated either against the commissioner or corporation officer or corporation employee in respect of anything done by them, by any one of them in their official capacity. The subject matter of the writ petition is an order passed by the Commissioner Municipal Corporation Shimla under section 253, sir. It exercises the powers conferred under section 253 of the Corporation Act and several sides of that order by the learned district and session. What is the appellate session that found? This is the appellate authority and the said in the statute itself. The one issue that as observed within above also was as to whether in such circumstances the municipal corporation Solon can require a writ petition on the affidavit of the commissioner, or the corporation can come through some other competent officer to who is well conversant with the facts of the case. Section 50 senior counsel, as it was the contention of the senior counsel for the petitioner that there is no officer other than the commissioner who is authorized to institute any such proceeding, and he placed the reliance only on section 388 of the Act. And whereas this court is of the considered view that if the power is to be so from section 388 of the Act, then the same does not confer any power upon the commissioner to institute any proceeding. In order to enable the senior counsel for the petitioner to assist the court on this issue, this term, second view, sir. As prayed for, this petition is separated from the writ petition in order to be prepared. Interesting. This court passes by the office of the government advocate general also to assist the court on this. Yes, please. Please, madam. Let's give some. This is a case. In this case, प्रतीक के लिए आया सबमिट किया What is the date of his arrest? 6 उसी दिन दे दिए इसको उसी दिन दे दिए ग्राउंड ऑफ अरेस्ट एक्ट करना एक्ट बना दो वो एंटी एक्ट करो सेक्शन 3 सेक्शन 3 का 3 ना सर
It says my lord, orders on the which.
Okay, please. Yes.
They have supplied me Annexure P1, which I have already the next month.
This is denied. Ground of arrest held by section 5 में that we will not stop our activities therefore that source report. They are not supposed to. They are just telling why they are doing it. They are told that they are doing it for the reason that earlier also you have been apprehended for committing offences and CPS Act, and as per the source report आप अपने इसमें दर्ज कर दे.
But so how can I define without source report?
I don't say that. I do. And grounds of arrest में grounds of arrest देने grounds देना उन्होंने. Not the law of the petitioner. मैं वापस कर देती जजमेंट. अब साइटेशन तो निकालते हैं. सप्लाई के लिए साइटेशन जो हम निकाल देंगे. हमारा हाईकोर्ट इतना सक्षम है तो निकालेंगे आप. 10 बजे दे दिया और लिस्ट. बस लिस्टिंग ऑफ टाइम से देते हैं. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. नेक्स्ट केस. List number of cases के will take them out. Take out the judgment. Supreme Court cases के citation के साथ. Please note. Pradesh Verma.
This was the director of called on the last date of
What is the order?
and they got to release the plan. It has happened.
Yes, please. This is just one. Sir, कौन सी item है?
Okay. Number of ships and what.
अभी कौन सा कर रहे हैं? कौन अच्छा you have to wait. ये जो daily list है.
Yeah, it was listed in the supplementary of the lordships. I can go ahead. Lordships.
No, your case will be called.
Yes, sir.
After some time.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Lordship, this case I was called for the director today, Lordship. Although they have failed in this case and that is listed on 25th of June, Lordship. But I have asked the director to be here.
So when was it filed?
Yes, sir. First filed, Lordship. The division bench has refused to issue the notice now.
When was it?
And they have sought the time to rectify the.
When was the first?
It was filed in July. Lordship.
You see, if the matter is listed before the honorable division bench on 25th June, let us list it thereafter.
It was also listed.
Honorable division bench in its wisdom has been used to keep the case on purchase. On the request of let us take it up. Another not going to fall.
Yes.
It's nothing more than additional to the general. So informs report that the officer shall be present in the court shortly. However, he has also handed over a copy of order passed by the honorable division bench in the CMP, which is dated 9th of May 2025 in terms whereof the case is now listed before the honorable division bench on 25th of June 2025. This further of the procedure proof that as the matter that as the honorable division bench is seized of the matter, it would be seized of the matter. It would be in the interest of justice in case this execution petition is heard after the decision stroke some appropriate order being passed by the honorable division bench in the letters patent appeal filed by the state. Accordingly, this case is ordered to be listed. Before the division yes, please. Vishal Thakur.
The notification was issued on 29th of November at 6 of the paperwork.
As per the oral instruction, we will comply with judgment within 3 weeks or so.
Okay, notice level counsel for the petition submit that mission will be done within 3 weeks. The state minister government report. Liberty, next. Yes, please. Naresh.
It can be destroyed with the direction that we will decide on 3 weeks.
3 weeks. 25 को हमारा अच्छा तो 25 को हमारा भी
Cancel lordship and it will happen to 12 years. Only necessary. Also,
है ना परसों के लिए थर्सडे के लिए notice accepts notice this on Thursday. Instruction stroke compliance in the meantime. Please, Amar Singh. आपका सर
this
notice accepts notice. 3 weeks this on that. अब सिर्फ फॉर्म इशू है सर इसमें Mr. Vasu Sood.
What is this case here, Lordship? Where, Lordship, the government had floated a scheme, Maharashtra Transport Subsidy Scheme, 1971. It is Lordship for Lordship. It had, it applied throughout the Lordship. Lordship, what happened? That the scheme said that transport subsidy has to be granted to the already established investments. So that was their bill, Lordship. Now, suddenly, what they did, they issued the election P3 on 8th of November 2010. And they said that there is a cutoff date on 15th of November 2010. Thereafter, reject for the PITs and then the further replies. Yes.
Also 1, 2, 4, 4. इनके Mr. Rahul Gautam, Alpine pressure cooker.
Petitioner filed a consumer complaint, Lordship, before the district consumer for the Lordship, which was dismissed, Lordship. Thereafter, Lordship, thereafter was preferred, Lordship.
Notice, PID के लिए कौन आ रहा है? किरण शर्मा, मिस किरण शर्मा.
क्या है, Lordship?
Who's the Learned Council? PID के लिए. Notice accepts notice reply full.
Grateful, Lordship.
Background also in the mail. Shri Market Thakur, please.
Justice, the client found the family file is not on court's record. Better. Madam, the application was the serious claims by the petitioner of the committee was formed after that and the report was submitted. Now, they have not addressed the issues, the grounds of the petitioner approved this honorable court for the question of the inquiry report because it has not been signed by the member of the committee so constituted by the court of authority, my lord.
What is the driver government? आपने भी रिप्लाई आप चाहते हैं रिप्लाई
I for 3 Lordship.
Okay, Learned Council query for response number 4 submits that reply to the petition has been filed. ऐसे लिखे. As per the report of the registry, reply filed by R4 under objection, Learned Council undertakes to remove the same. This after the reply is placed on record, rejoinder thereto if any given. After 4 weeks. ये नीचे चला जाएगा इसको सब ट्रांसफर कर देना है
Application is still pending before the coordinate bench by law. It is an execution petition that made the application before the coordinate bench of the honorable court with regard to the judgment. And the same was
Okay. On the same also submit that as the application filed by the petitioner before the honorable coordinate bench, seeking correction of an erroneous thing. It would be in interest of justice in case these procedures are taken up for consideration after 4 weeks. After 4 weeks. Yes, please, Reply not filed.
I'm seeking for a judgment, Lordship, as the London Council is from out of station, Lordship. So he's not any date, Lordship, for further release.
Lordship, to be filed. Which means that to the not filed. 86 and both, my lord.
187 unnoticed. List after 3 weeks. In the meanwhile, reply be filed by the applicants to the application.
Abhishek Thakur.
187 both.
And reply be filed to the application. ठीक है? शिकायत की बात है।
Lordship, can I pay for 25th of Jan?
डेटा मत लो।
The state is under process to against the anonymity, Lordship.
Result of file.
Result of allegation.
Case क्या सर?
Execution petition is award has been in my favor by 1 crore 75 lakh, Lordship.
क्या कहते हैं रिप्लाई क्या कह रहे हैं?
Para 5 of the reply, column 5, Lordship. That in respect of this para, it is submitted that as a record to be deposited under the award could not be arranged immediately. And deposited before the honorable court, the respondent are under process to arrange the fund and the same will be deposited before
application for attachment of their properties. List on करो उनकी list on मैं final list of attachment of their property. कितना है?
एक फ्लोर Lordship 1 crore 75 lakhs 88,720 Lordship.
You see, this is the problem. एक साल से ऊपर आपने अभी तक ये पैसा जमा नहीं कराया, उस पड़ रहा है। Who bears the grant? बोल के, I have crime holds for the last 1 year. Take action against the arraigned officers. उनको थोड़ा सा sensitize करो that these are monetary issues. Ultimately taxpayer की जेब से पैसा जा रहा है। Now application to attach the properties of the respondent and put them to sale. कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट है ये? एग्जीक्यूटिव इंजीनियर या PWD? ऐसे बनाओ सबमिट लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल द व्हीकल्स जितने सरकारी गाड़ी है ना PWD का सबकी लिस्ट फर्निश करो जाओ कुछ नहीं घूमते घूमते attach all their vehicles and put them to sale ताकि फिर जो अफसरों की गाड़ी चड्डी वगैरह खड़ी की ना लेकर आएंगे इसमें इतना taking into consideration the fact that the amount has not been paid till date on the request of your counsel for the execution petitioner, the case is ordered to be listed after 1 week so that in the interim application can be filed for attachment of the properties by giving the details of the properties of the debtor. Yes. No one has been इसमें क्या है कि इसमें डायरेक्शन क्या है? Direction मानो तो give the pay direction to the petitioner मानो what are the last salary मानो rate of payment penalty कुछ नहीं yes मानो they are in the last instruction they have selected that as far as the 1 like we said बन गया हुआ है उनको बढ़ाना है जी because please yes ये क्या लिखे
लास्ट ऑर्डर में लो टर्मिनेटर ऑफ प्रॉफिट एनर्जी 5% के लिए lordship compliance they have said that when the new policy has been came into force then notified हो जाएगी 2025 की पॉलिसी तब करेंगे जी
और जजमेंट है कौन सी जजमेंट
पेज 7 पे है जी पेज 7 है एग्जीक्यूशन
I did it आज दिया डिसीजन? हाँ जी, ये आज दिया जी, जरा दिया जी राजेंद्र। Today, I will be holding court only till 2:45 p.m. and tomorrow also till 2:15 because I have got some administrative work for 2 days. So, मुकेश कुमार, ये है
इस नाम पे देखिए जिन्होंने सेक्रेटरी फाइनेंस को भेजा हुआ है।
इसमें जैसे आप खुद कह रहे हैं कि आप नई स्कीम के तहत इसको ऑर्डर इशू कर देंगे। हाँ जी, तो दोस्त करो क्यों कर दो देगा हम ऑर्डर इशू which stand fortified under the old scheme. So that it passed on to the new scheme, लेकिन अगर permanently करना है कर दो, कम से कम नौकरी तो दो ना उसको। Come the request of the Honorable Additional Director General. Based on that, as he submits that in all probabilities, needful to redress of the grievance of the petitioner shall be done by the magistrate. ये भी कंटेम्प्ट को भी उसी की तरह 17 तारीख सर 17 में आपको नंबर दो था needful ये ले लो Next on the top of Abhishek, the plan report. Next please. Anubhuti Sharma. Yes ma'am.
I seek a week's time to file the report.
Reply transfer within 3 weeks, please.
Right.
Yes ma'am, Shrimati Chauhan. Yes ma'am.
Lordship, in this case, compliance is awaited, Your Lordship.
What is the order?
Your Lordship, the order was regarding court services for seniority, Your Lordship. Lordship, the order was, the judgment was dated November 24, Your Lordship.
Yes. Before I got this execution petition, the petitioner is praying for the petitioner as the execution of the judgment. Passed is not followed by the court. In CWP number 6446 of 2023, dated 10th of January 24. The reply to the execution petition was filed by the respondents on 23rd of December 2024. नहीं, reply इसमें लिखना in this petition CLP 2708 of 2024 was filed by the state on 23rd of December 2024, praying for 8 weeks time to comply with the judgment of the court. The mentioned that steps already stood taken to implement the judgment. Today, Lord Additional Director General, on the strength of instructions received from Director ये लिख लेना जिसका dated 2025 submits that the respondents that government has filed a review petition on 22nd of May or April 2025. This court is of the considered view that the act of the respondent state of first filing an application seeking extension of time to implement the and informing the court that the state has filed a review petition has this smacks of modified. It is not understood as to what has transpired after filing of the application, because whereof extension of time was sought for the implementation of judgment, so as to seek a review of the judgment. Be that as it may, acts of legal development. Be that as it may, the case is ordered to be listed on dash, and in case the judgment in issue is not implemented by the said date in writing spirit, this court shall not hesitate in exercising its powers under Article 215 of the Constitution of India. जजमेंट जो एक्ट बनाया ना, नया एक्ट जो बनाया, अब मैं आपको एग्जीक्यूशन में बताता हूँ कि इस एक्ट का कितना की इसमें आता है. And I request as far as implementation of the judgments are concerned. रखो जरा. टुडे के बाद. Whether such kind of statutes can undo the judgments passed, which are attained finality, now that will be decided.
Lordship is date.
डेट में आप बोलो कल लगा देते हैं. कल कर देंगे डेट पर तक. पता कर लो कि कॉन्फ्रेंस वगैरह करनी हो तुम. कैसे टाइम नहीं आप दोनों बहुत ज्यादा ना. ये बोलो आप पूछ लो. मार्च 26 कह रहे हैं. मार्च 26 जून वाली छुट्टी. ओके जून की छुट्टी. जून की छुट्टी वाला. Next case. Yes, ma'am.
Status reports have to be filed. Has to be filed.
What is the order passed by the owner?
Lordship, it's a Lordship, it's a
Yes, compliance. Judgment that you have आपके फिर.
Yes, Lordship, kindly have the page.
Covered by.
Covered by the Lordship, Sergeant Deputy. I have page 22, Lordship.
Yes, just one.
Accession of pay, Lordship.
कुछ
Mother to get near recent.
आपको डाउट तो आपसे देते हैं, but please do it. Because the direction is that if the petitioner is similarly situated, come to extend benefit का कोई दिखाना है, sir. On the request of Learned Additional Advocate General, the case is ordered to be listed on dash to enable to file a such complaint. क्या करते हैं बात? इसमें करने वाले ट्राई कर रहे हैं, तो देखते हैं अभी.
In fact, fact-finding inquiry has been submitted by the Additional Secretary Home Lordship. Sorry, Additional Chief Secretary Lordship.
Let us see the order passed by the court first, before we inform inquiry. 23rd December 24.
Please. 4630.
इसको खोलो. Has an FIR, etc. been lodged against the agent?
In fact, Your Lordship, at that stage it was lodged, Your Lordship.
It was lodged.
It was lodged. They were arrested. They were in police custody, he was committed. Now they have come up with the story that he has jumped. But my simple submission in this case was that in fact the concern has not complied the requisite directions which was issued by the Honorable Supreme Court, Your Honor, case of error.
Look, this is
Directions have been issued to investigate the matter afresh, Your Lordship, by a SIT, which will be.
SIT has been constituted.
Lordship.
But you see, in the light of this fact finding inquiry report which has been sent by NCSO,
Yes, Lordship.
the division which has already constituted an SIT. What I do is I sent this report to the SIT and I asked them that whatever is required in further particular report, it will also come to SIT.
That can also be, if no copy of this report is sent to me, I will submit to me, I will be in a position to assist my lords.
Any further, it is a disposal of case.
Yes,
Because the disposal of case, SIT has been constituted.
Is there any recommendation made by the Secretary Home?
Secretary Home says that further inquiry is required in the matter.
Oh, of course, sir.
So I think it is in the, if SIT is already there,
That can also be done by them.
So right now, in compliance to the directions passed by the Honorable Division Bench, nothing can be done.
Yes, sir.
Because Honorable Division Bench, when passing this particular direction, was conscious as to how was passing the direction.
Yes, sir.
What authority which can be explored is that the matter can be listed before the Honorable Division Bench.
That can also be done.
I think would be more prudent. It would be more prudent. Because that the than someone like me, जिसने केस ही नहीं डील किया. इसमें लिखना आपने the fact finding ऐसे लिखो. This is a disposed of matter. Honorable Division Bench, in terms of the judgment passed right on 23rd of December 2024, inter alia was pleased to direct Principal Secretary Home to conduct an inquiry into the conduct of all concerned police officials, particularly with respect to the violation of mandate in Lalita Kumari Supra. Lalita Kumari, यार इसकी citation क्या है Lalita Kumari?
14,
क्या नाम?
14,
2014.
volume 2,
Volume 2.
SCC.
SCC.
Lordship, I have to confirm the page number.
Okay, दे देना. Let's check कर लेना. And report compliance to the court. In compliance therefore, that fact-finding inquiry report has been filed by the ACS Home in a sealed cover. The same was opened and perused by the court. The same is again, the same has again been sealed afresh by the court master in a fresh sealed cover to the court itself. ठीक है, इसको सब आप सील करवा देंगे. Having perused the report, this court is of the considered view that as the ordered by the Honorable Division Bench, it would be in the interest of justice in case the Honorable Division Bench, it would be in the interest of justice in case if this matter is placed before the Honorable Division Bench, so that the Honorable Division Bench can peruse the inquiry report and thereafter pass appropriate orders of the bench. Accordingly, Registrar is directed to list the matter before the appropriate bench at the pleasure of Honorable the Chief Justice for this limited purpose. So, sir, बंद कर दो. Page number 1. Yes. Page Raj. Yes, please.
Lordship, may kindly have order dated 9th of January 2025, Lordship.
Yes, please.
Lordship,
9th of January
2025, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, in this, the undisputed amount and was calculated by the respondent was of this file at 19,994. Lordship, despite numerous direction by this honorable court, till date, only a sum of about 90,000 amount has been credited, Lordship. And they were also directed to file calculations in the battle, Lordship, that those we have filed to date.
So, the counsel for the petitioner has now the attention of this court to order dated 9/1/25 and has submitted that it is evident from the order that the respondents themselves admitted that areas to the tune of rupees 5,19,994 were payable to the petitioner, which though is disputed by the petitioner as per whom he is entitled for the areas. That even this admitted amount has not been paid to the petitioner by the respondent completely till date. The part payment of rupees?
Lordship, 1,90,490.
1,90,000. Now the counsel further submits that he has also filed calculations on behalf of the petitioner depicting the actual areas to which he is entitled. But as per the report of the registrar, the referred to the calculations have not been filed. The case is ordered to be listed on dash 4 हफ्ते के बाद.
I'm sorry for the interruption.
हाँ.
Before actually he had to furnish some documents.
Just to dictate the others. क्या लिखा सर आपने? List of dash. Reported to the calculations by if any by descended in the meanwhile, the balance of rupees 5,19,994 be paid to the petitioner, for which this court shall pass coercive order against the officer concerned.
Why don't we kindly see that the injury officer advised that the petitioner
An amount in excess of 25 lakhs as authorized and disclosed in favor of the petitioner. The only point which remains to be fought is with regard to the interest component. That will also wait. Some reasonable time may kindly be granted us to was ordered the judgment in letter. Kindly take this on record. It's been paid to him, undoubtedly, but it's in staggered manner. First payment was released in the month of January and the remaining payment was made to him and it was made to his account in the month of April.
In this matter, only interest part is remaining.
Also for the parties, at times the court principal sum to which the petitioner was entitled to already stands released in his favor. And now, interest for delayed payment has to be made good. Mr. Panta submits that some reasonable time be granted to do the needful. कितना होगा total interest?
As per
That needs to be done within 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
ठीक है. तब तक एक काम हो रहा है TDC का. Within 8 weeks.
You're already facing.
Execution, my lord.
Application closed.
It may be, my lord.
Out of this, out of that. Next year.
Compliance के लिए लेंगे.
NDC order dated.
I give you 8 weeks time with the hope that he is not again late to bring it.
We are saying one.
But come to the court again.
We are saying one. We are saying one that.
It does speak Shakespeare. I have problem for knowing this English. Please donate a additionally to me.
In this matter, liberties.
Liberty की जरूरत है हमें फाइल to task. हमें फाइल करने
I'll get on top of things first.
The same is that you pay it personally.
I'll get
Please, Lordship, kindly see order dated 2nd May 2025, the Lordship, where my Lord has directed the respondent to file the reply. Lordship, till date reply is not filed, my Lord, in this matter.
What is the इसमें order में है आपकी favor में?
For my writ petition, Lordship, and directed the respondent to grant me grant in medium. From the date of my initial appointment, Lordship, that is 2011, my Lord. 5/7/2011. Last time they have stated that they have filed LP or they are filing LP, Lordship, but till date no notice as of is.
LP 625 फाइल की हुई है ना. अब इसमें see, this is the dichotomy. Undertaking the appointment of the petitioner to the effect that if adverse order was passed by the High Court, the amount of failure release shall be recovered in lump sum. Recovered in lump sum में installment. You आपने तय करना है it will affect by the where is the question of the petitioner filing or undertaking where it take its own course. क्या करो? Now the additional examiners made available copy of order passed by the authority dated 23rd of May 2025 in terms thereof the respondents are undertaking to make good to comply with the judgment subject to the outcome of the latest patent plea. In the light of this position, these proceedings are closed with the direction that the judgment will comply within a latent spirit within 2 weeks from today. However, the petitioner shall not be compelled to give any undertaking as is envisaged in the order, because the outcome of LPA shall obviously entail consequences.
Yes, my lord. Obliged to much.
तो डिस्पोज ऑफ ना करो इसमें, इसको लिस्ट ऑफ फर्दर कंसिडरेशन में टू एनेबल द स्टेट टू फाइल कंप्लायंस इसको चेंज कर देना बोर्ड को 2-3 हफ्ते के बाद। ये तो अगर हम रूल्स का करते हैं yes please Hemant Thakur, yes Hemant,
You cannot decide the case of the petitioner lordship as per the lecture given by lordship.
please to decide this.
Lordship.
Yes please.
Fresh execution petition lordship.
Rashna,
Yes, fresh.
this point.
Release the 8 lakh rupees, 45,000 rupees in favor of the petitioner.
बच्चे कितने हैं? How fast will you pay it?
Within 6 weeks, your lordship. Otherwise, 8 weeks.
ठीक है, this depends on reasonable time to make good development. Okay, now council for notice करना, except notice. Then council for
PCRG has paid, leave encashment is still pending.
now the council for the respondent informs the court that DCRG stands paid to the petitioner and leave encashment will be paid, for which some reasonable time is granted. That it should be done within 3 months.
Obliged, your lordship.
With this observation, the procedures are closed, but with liberty to the petitioner to file an application for. Okay, कल दो है.
ठीक है जी।
Yes, please.
Fresh execution petition lordship. Order is as page 6 your lordship, where they were directed to.
There is not an okay, police.
His lordship.
Yes, sir.
These are first, the coming up for the first time, these are
Sir.
autumn lots, the merit which is second law has been implemented now. It means they were also to be granted for revised pay scale.
Just one. Order क्या है सर इसमें?
Orders lots, they have been directed to consider in the light of this. And
Where is the order?
orders act is,
इनको पेज मिसिंग क्या है सर इसमें?
मेरे ख्याल शायद
मिसिंग आपके पास है सर? नोटिस है? Notice for which in the reply no payment. To ensure that the missing page of the order is also placed on.
partial basis.
इसमें
The up to 30th my lords.
तो consider करना तो मैं टाइम आउट करके कर सकता हूँ.
नहीं जी, इसको pending.
टाइम आउट करो उसको. ये बातें फेसिंग बिच. रिप्लाई कर देगा आपको. सिंपल नो एफिडेविट सर. इनको बोलो दोनों की एप्लीकेशन.
जैसे इसको pending रख के वाले
डिसाइड करेंगे जी बोलो एक सिंपल 4 दिनों की एप्लीकेशन डिवाइड कर. बिना दो एफिडेविट next case.
rejected by
Yes, Ganesh,
they rejected my case, my lord. I have
rejected your case.
Yes,
So you will now,
balance to the act.
okay, now as per the notice, accept notice, Mr. Balaza informed the court that contempt petition. So notice में तो पहले से ही चला हुआ.
They have filed a reply to that extent.
इसमें करो. Then this case was taken up for consideration today. Learned counsel for the petitioner submits that now the authority has passed an order rejecting the claim of the petitioner. He prays that these proceedings be closed, but with liberty to the petitioner. Proceedings closed with liberty of prayer.
Obliged.
Sumit Sharma, Chandrabal. Steps not taken.
Effectively, I have filed application for substitutory service for the reason I have given in para 3 to 7 of the application. All the last rest is that the reason were they do come. Justice around sorry, just the restriction and fixation.
So, but let us see the report दिखाओ मेरे को जरा।
In fact, would find the addressing of the respondent as given in other proceedings.
In my consideration, this kind of service through a fixation, it is a fraud being played by the court. By the court. But that these persons are not there. Publication देखेंगे ना सर, दिया हुआ है number 4 is residing in Chandigarh, number 4 is residing in Jammu and Kashmir, residing in Canada.
That in one of the facts, the other applicant could file addresses of the respondent as given by them in the other procedure on the rest of the order, which had been decided by the number 2 on 30th March 2024. Therefore, in spite of the best efforts, he has not been able to find out other addresses of the respondent. The respondent condition of the emergency is stated to have etc. But the applicant could not come to know his residence. School upper such as is district where he go as per information received by the applicant. He will not be proprietor of the school. There will be notices for his service which was sent at the following addresses here. Applicant despite this perhaps has not been able to obtain the residence is for district also he know of the property of Saint Maria Service Secondary School but after it is not so school
No, as far as these two are concerned, if the owner of the school, fixation,
We are not concerned at all with the beaver area as a party. Can we see the actually, my lord, this was initiated by these persons. Kindly have an except even. Yes. So we are evidence responded 8 to 15. Your performer responded. We are not with me.
तो हद लानी जी है तो अब वो जवानी बोल के थोड़ी होना तो दिन ही है ना लानी सुनी चाहिए
My lord, make have page 35 type copy of the proceeding filed under 50 crore. The persons who are to be served, yet they are the persons who initiated these proceedings under section 54. And I was added in the capacity of respondent my lord in these proceedings.
Categorically stated that they are not and report will come from the principal, etc.
ऐसे इसमें लिखना on a file board 20 या ऐसे लिखना इसमें the application has been filed for the substituted service of the respondents having heard follow करके ना having heard no senior counsel for the petitioner it is presently ordered that let an endeavor be made by the petitioner to serve respondent 3 and 4 plus the on the address of the school stated to be running in Juna details whereof given in paragraph 3 of the application finally 3 and 4 of the application. Let trustee notices be issued turn for dash. Steps by tomorrow. Notices be handed over to the general counsel by Friday. ठीक है? तो जल्दी करा देता हूँ। In addition, as platform is managed by Petitioner notices be also issued on these addresses return for dash. Steps to be taken by the petitioner within 2 weeks. For respondent CM. The issue of the service of respondent of 7 shall be thereafter considered by the 5 and 7. 5 and 7. The service of 5 and 7 shall be thereafter. Yes, please.
Since we were to file an application for completed in this,
to submit that an application has to be filed for improvement of the current incompetence. He says that needful will be done within, will be done today itself. List on next, list after 1 week. बचता है इसको कुछ बचे क्या बचता
still some conditions. The application record is it will be available on the application.
Next Wednesday. This time next Wednesday. Yes, Rajesh Kumar, District Cricket Association, Royal and
If my lordships have the last order on this.
Just a second. ओके आप किसके लिए
for HP.
HP इशू क्या है इसमें
Otherwise, it comes to the issue pertains to the year 2018. There was a Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court Lord, so the DCI versus State of Bihar Lord. Wherein Lord Justice Lodha Committee was constituted Lord pursuant to the recommendation of Justice Lodha Lord, changes were directed to be made across the nation Lord in all associations Lord. So their case is Lord that an ad hoc committee was appointed Lord in the year 2016.
Ultimately, how about the affairs of this law and speaking?
This is sad. I will tell to the public because they have ended in futures in itself also. As per what the very first sections, we cannot put it in black and white. And put it in black and white.
But because since the HPC has gone through all the modification Lord, it is a matter of record that it has percolated below to all the district associations as well. Their contention was that whether the district association
also for the HPCA submit that with the passage of time the petition has lost its efficacy. To enable and also for the petitioner to assist the court pursuant. Okay? Yeah.
This matter is seeking a judgment on
I have a serious doubt whether the definite have any connection with district government of the petitioner. Take care issue. Yes, please.
which is not available today is to argue this.
The senior counsel is not available. Submit that as the senior counsel is not available. Matter be adjourned. This after 3 weeks. Yes, sir. Resignation is the resignation. Meetings are complete. Yes, please.
Because in this case, the pleadings are complete. इसमें probably थोड़ा सा यानी इसमें आरोप करने के लिए
So we will take it immediately after the vacation.
ठीक है
Immediately after. Yes. As paid for this for consideration on 18th of June. आप किस पे गए हैं? 24 सर।
कल शादी में मिलने होते हो
Joined to reply by the respond number 2 and 3. We have to kindly give us.
Okay, इसमें लिखना when some person for the petitioner submits that rejoinder to the reply that rejoinder stands filed to the reply filed by R1 and the objections raised by the register also be register to place the same on the record. She further submits that some time be granted to file rejoinder to the reply filed by form 2 and 3.
2 weeks.
That will be done within 3 weeks. This is given the justice should be given.
Lordship, I am attending for the respondent. Lordship, the judgment has been complied with what we have given the court. Lordship, they are saying that
to file restriction on it. But according to the petitioner, they have no take event.
no, Lordship.
Restriction.
The same side submits that whatever was to be paid to the petitioner stands.
Yes.
ठीक है. Learned counsel for the petitioner submits that as per the petitioner's needful has not been done. Let Ms. Sawan sign a compliance affidavit. ठीक है?
Right.
This paper granted to do. This there. Will be yes, sir.
in this matter, there was an enforcement of public partners leading to the residents.
Action, sir.
Action is managed and assured. See, here is the copy of the judgment, page 6. May I read, ma'am?
To stop construction, if it is being
Yes, ma'am. To stop construction.
Page 4 of the reply. However, as per the report of the I have figured out as of 5 pillars, the 2 pillars which have been installed on
What are the latest instructions from our client?
Instruction followed that there was an ambulance road march which was provided previously. That is a difficulty manner.
School का
हाँ जी, school.
What is the problem in that?
But I am not sure, but as per the reply, Lordship, there were 2 pillars which have been installed on number 428.
Just let us read the order. Let us read the order.
Stands adopted by the additional advocate general, petitioner is disposed of with the direction.
आपने read की copy है नहीं?
Okay, no, no,
Read की copy जो दिखा रहा है.
I'll check it out if it is so. I'll just a certain minutes. Notes, I have to check it out. I have it a day or after a day or two.
From the request of Mr. Bharat, list of the 3. आपको petition दिखाओ क्योंकि जो judgment है ना,
I will show.
central में आपकी grievance यही चीज है कि they are encroaching upon the law which was leading to your home.
Yes, ma'am.
तो ambulance का सारी बीच में जरा देखो.
The best of the law matters not.
petition में देखेंगे ना, what was there?
Please, ma'am.
अगर petition में GT law था, अगर GT law था तो will ensure कि GT law बने.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
तो अगर इसी तो कहीं मिलेगी फिर आप.
Yes, ma'am. But we are working personal in this matter.
You are personal allegation is that
It doesn't have a personal passion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's perfect.
Lordship, that was I had made a representative, I had filed a sealed petition, Lordship, for a claim, Lordship, that my past services.
Why are you passing an order? Last opportunity to file compliance affidavit is hereby granted that it will be done by the next date of hearing, failing which any officer to be named present as to why. In proceeding as to why direction will not pass for willful disobedience of the. As to why the officer did not punish for willful disobedience of the court. Yes, please. Jeeta, state of HP.
In this matter, Lordship, respondent of the 12 moving the application during the course of the day, Lordship.
The learned counsel for the petitioner submitted the amount without. The representative of the sealed movement claim shall be filed within 2 days. This, the application is filed in due course. Mr. Sood, what is this, sir? Yes, ma'am?
If I may submit, very short form has been involved.
I tried by order 2 and 4 on record. Actually not intended to file, rejoinder not filed.
Not.
Rejoinder file करना था उसकी भी.
Actually, a very short point.
नहीं, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ सर आपने rejoinder करना है कि नहीं? Want to file rejoinder तो फिर
एक डेट देखें, छोटी सी दे देंगे, because otherwise
इसमें लिखना unauthorized also submit by the firm. This will take up after 3 weeks so that rejoinder if any can be filed on the internet. Other recording.
actual date is
You'll not bother. The actual dates. Okay.
24th. 29th के करीब.
First July. Out of the country, Turkey तो नहीं आए हैं. सस्ती है. Turkey तो नहीं जा रहे.
I just now received a message from a very dear Turkish friend who says, despite everything, all my brothers.
Yes, please.
Maybe I am the adjournment.
Thoughts of me.
But Lordship, original counsel. Second June कर दीजिए. Lordship, second June.
The Thursday.
Lordship,
If you want to ask the date,
26th Lordship.
26. 22nd June.
Consider number 45 also.
This one 2nd June.
Yes. Yes, Lordship. This also I am appearing rights, Mr. Bulanchi. This is the reply. Yes, yes, Lordship. Yes, Lordship. Mr. Pradesh, Lordship.
Okay. इनके क्या मदद नहीं है?
Mother expired हुए Lordship after the reply comes fine. The call also.
Okay, no problem. ऐसे लिखना, man submits that as there is a bereavement in the family of the learned counsel for the petitioner. The case will be taken up after 4 weeks. Ordered according.
Right.
Himanshu Sharma, Athar.
Rajesh,
ठीक है.
this is that case in which it was erected first.
अच्छा, could you just have me name? See what it says.
Yes.
Password. Section है.
Section Lordship that we put their gate Lordship, revolving gate so that there is no hindrance to anyone Lordship.
ठीक है. Private section.
Gate चाहिए तो section
Just ensure that the gate is put there and there is cleanliness is maintained ताकि कोई डर ना होता है.
Yes, yes, we will do that.
It is a private land or government land?
Government land.
And you maintain the cleanliness को maintain करके रखना.
We will do that.
चेक था पुलिस
This petition raises two issues, both pertain to water issues. And the petitioner belongs to weaker section of the society.
And your lordship, he has not been provided with the water on the tanks which have been constructed by the Gram Panchayat. Those are public tanks. They are not providing water from the said tanks. Moreover, your lordship, there was a compromise in order passed by the secretary, secretary where if your lordship may see directly, page number 86, where it was directed that the water from the borewell also be provided to the petitioner and 6-7 other families member, but the water is not being supplied. Despite my clear cut.
If you go through the order that has been passed by the honorable Parliament, then
Please, my lord.
assuming there is a compromise entered, आप किसके लिए हैं?
मैं 5 और 6 के लिए
All respondents, my lord.
Why are you not providing water to them?
According to my inspection, we are providing, we have the photograph. We are providing the water to the,
Yes.
to the entire.
This has come out from respondent side, my lord. They have admitted that they are not providing water. Please, my lord. You have replied on behalf of my lord, respondents number 1, 2, 3 and 7. My lords, in their reply, my lords, to the page number 3, my lord. My lords, have that page number 3. My lords, from the bottom, my lord. I'll start from my lord 1, 2. Ninth one, my lord. From the bottom, it is further submitted that the petitioner has alleged that the respondent number 5 and 6 have violated the terms of compromise deed so and so and not supplying water to. It is pertinent to mention here that the Gram Panchayat is responsible for distribution of water.
Who is the point for the Gram Panchayat?
They have filed their reply, my lord. To whom?
Gram Panchayat है वो ना?
My lords, they have already filed their reply, my lord.
Through some council?
My lord.
To whom? That is what I am asking you.
My lord, the Shweta Sharma है जी कोई. Shweta Sharma, my lords. Shweta Sharma.
Okay, show me the reply.
Please, my lords.
Page.
My lords, kindly write page number 7 of the reply.
नहीं, page कहाँ से शुरू होता है उनका reply?
My lords, अभी जी मैंने अभी recently filed किया, my lords. I'm sorry, I have not synchronized my file.
I don't think it is on record also. Otherwise, उनका source of best time.
My lords, may I? My lords. That the contents of this subpara are appearing in the submission and submission made hearing around the two supra. However, it is submitted that the board was reopened only after respondent number 6 filed appeal in the year 2019 before the principal secretary, Irrigation and Public Health Department. The concerned appellate authority, as per section 24 of the Act of Groundwater, thereafter an interim order dated so and so was passed by the appellate authority, whether the board was opened on the request of Gram Panchayat, the concerned Gram Panchayat, and respondent number 6. Subject to the condition that 100 liter water per family will be ensured to the petitioner as well as other 6 other families from the board. And thereafter, in view of the compromise deed executed by the respondent, the petitioner undertakes so and so. That the contents of this paragraph are matter of record and pertain to the respondents. However, it is submitted that as is evident from the petition, respondents number 5 and 6 did not restore the water supply to the petitioner.
You see, there is an agreement entered into between you and these two persons. What is the role of the High Court?
That's why. But since the very inception I submitted before my lord, issues. One, that I have taken direction from the erstwhile secretary and PH, my lord. The compromise was in terms of the erstwhile ex-secretary, my lord.
Let us see the compromise.
If you have to play permit me, there is no answer before the compromise, my lord. And page 86, my lord. They had the directions by the erstwhile secretary, my lord. Now, page 86. That subsequently the compromise was entered into between the private respondents and the petitioner, my lord.
कॉम्प्रोमाइज का है?
At page number 88, attachment page 9, my lords. My lords, 5 minutes.
आपको लगा कि 100 मीटर पड़ गई
Per day, my lords.
और ये तो क्या ऐसे बताओ खर्चा उठाओ
My lords, I will ask him, my lord, for reasonable amount, my lord.
the person will go from here to have to pay for
My lords, कर देंगे जी, मैं थोड़ी सी instructions ले लूँ.
instruction.
And my lords, some reasonable amount, my lords, since he is.
That is who's our girlfriend from Solon?
His lords,
Solon है कहाँ पे
नहीं है जी, अरे ये गढ़कल से पीछे जी, गढ़कल से पीछे है,
सर्कल से पीछे है ना
1 किलोमीटर पीछे.
there is that young boy who played with Mr. Sudhir Thakur. Solon है ना लड़का नाम है नाम
उमेश है जी.
और दो है ना those boys to go and inspect.
Please, my lord.
You have to pay him 25,000 rupees.
My lords, I will, my lord, definitely.
ठीक है करते हैं पॉइंट
कर दीजिए.
इसमें ऐसे नहीं मैं उनको बुला ऐसा नहीं ना किसी और को कर दूं पॉइंट की नजर में नवी लड़का नहीं होना चाहिए मोटा का सेवक ना
में रहते हैं मैंने जो उनके साथ सुधीर ठाकुर जी के साथ दूसरे करेंगे कि जी.
हाँ नहीं करूँ तो करूँ प्राउड की है आई वांट टू सेंड सम यंगस्टर
मैं चला जाएगा, ठीक है।
सब ठीक है.
छोटा कौन है लड़का यंगस्टर
मतलब
यंगस्टर में तो
अपने दूसरे का गिरना होगा कोई
यहीं पे सेटल्ड है.
क्या खुद लड़का का
28,000 minutes I'll give my
आपने sometimes the moot issue now that remains to be resolved as to whether the private respondents are releasing water to the petitioner in terms of the compromise, which is at page 88 of the petition. Whereas learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the terms of the compromise are not being adhered to by the private respondents. The counsel appealing for the private respondents is submitting that the compromise is being adhered to in letter and spirit. In order to ascertain this fact, as agreed, this court appoints Dash as the court commissioner who shall visit the site and inform the court as to whether the water is being supplied to the petitioner in terms of the agreement or not. The fee of the learned court commissioner is fixed at rupees 25,000, which shall also include expenses.
ग्राम पंचायत टाउन टैक्स उसी पानी नहीं मिल रहा है जी हमको. टाउन टैक्स की उसी लोकेशन पे ना
मैं तो सिर्फ रेफर करूँ फॉर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. You whatever the grievances you tell.
Yes, madam.
Petitioner shall petitioner will visit the site within bracket as after due intimation to the petitioner, private respondent as the Gram Panchayat through council. ठीक है? Through council. Thereafter he shall file his report to the court on or before the next date of hearing, which is fixed as dash. The fee of the learned commissioner be paid to him on or before the date of his visit. ठीक है?
मगर इसमें भी आगे जी वो ग्राम पंचायत के टैक्स के रिगार्डिंग भी बता दें जी. इसमें भी वो
I'm not going to expand the scope of the petition. You said that there is a compromise. Compromise is not
with regard to borewell, मतलब supplying of water from the borewell. So far as मतलब 3 tanks are constructed, मतलब even in those tanks मतलब the water from the body, मतलब natural sources.
आपका grievance क्या है पहले से?
borewell का पानी उस टैंक में जाता है जी.
ऐसा है ना? What issue? मैंने मैं बोल देता हूँ. How many petitioners are before this court?
Single man.
Only one person. ठीक है बात.
अगर काम को पानी नहीं मिल रहा है या बंदा एग्री है दे नॉट कमिंग फॉर यू सी पानी एक ऐसी चीज है जो कोई बंदा नहीं रुकेगा अगर रियलिटी में पानी किसी को पीने को मिल रहा है वो कम वोट में हाँ
What water connection is given to the present.
हाँ
Account number 204 GO.
तो अब इसलिए बैंक has power to call off others. If someone is agreed to खुद सक्षम है तो कोर्ट में आपका अब मैं तो फिर पूछ रहा हूँ आपका केस क्या है
Same right that my lord have just.
एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है
नहीं महाराज जी वो तो
ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज
वो तो जो उनकी रिपोर्ट
कॉम्प्रोमाइज के हिसाब से आपको सिर्फ 100 लीटर पानी मिलना है 100 लीटर होता है कितना पानी
एक बकेट
समझ गया
महाराज काम है महाराज 94 लीटर की एक बाल्टी तो 5 बाल्टी है inspection was conducted
and can a family survive on 100 liters of water?
that is true malad I agree
It cannot survive.
please malad
It cannot survive. इसलिए ये केस जो है इज मोर ऑफ अ लिटिगेशन
malad may kindly malad report come malad
आप देखो 25,000 में तो वैसे हमारे ट्यूब का कोड लगा
कराएंगे तो डेफिनेटली malad यदि पूरी उम्र की भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी ना जिनकी डेफिनेटली
और वेरी सीरियस नोट आस्किंग यू कि 100 लीटर के लिए इतना करना जरूरी है
उससे बेटर है कि इमिग्रेशन में चले जाओ अगर ऐसा
मैंने तो बाहर कहा था इनको कि पानी दे दे
इमिग्रेशन में भेज देते हैं आपको एक बार क्या लिखा हमने taking into consideration the issue involved in this report of the considered view that it would be in the interest of justice in case at this stage the petitioner and the private respondents are relegated to mediation because considered view of this court as the petitioner stroke his family is entitled to only 100 liters of water per day in terms of the agreement. It is not all that big an issue which cannot be amicably resolved between the parties. That is accordingly sent to the mediation of Shri इसमें करने वाले Shri S.C. Sharma उन्होंने ड्राफ्ट का बना देना Now senior counsel was requested to make an endeavor to have the matter amicably settled. Learned counsel is to inform Mr. Sharma of the request made by the court. Parties to appear before the learned mediator as and when directed by him. Registry to make available the record of the case to the learned mediator as and when directed. This after the record of the Yes, please.
With your permission, my lord, there's another request in serial number 36. The next date given is 24th, and the council there suggested me to get a clarity.
आपने यूसुफ दिए हैं आप देते तो आपने खुद ही
Lords, in my other respondents also. So there is one council.
फैक्ट दिया था काउंसिल जो डेट दे दिया yes Maharaj
Dr. Khan, there is some time to complete the pleadings and all.
अच्छा केस कैसा भी
If you brought Valley में there was a massive leakage in the hydroelectric project and the tank stock burst and the lands of the local villagers and the forest land and the revenue land was watered. That is the lordship.
what is the relief being paid for by you?
In fact, there are certain reports which have to be placed before this honorable court by the forest department and the revenue department. They are already in the process. They have to be filed, your lordship.
Just 1 minute. तो कहते हैं जिसकी पेंस्टॉक पाइप बर्स्ट हुई है
ये जी ब्रॉड वैली में पड़ा जी है ये विलेज मोथान पता जी डिस्ट्रिक्ट और कांगड़ा के बॉर्डर पे
included or caused by the STM.
That matter stands at 144.
So now what will happen, Mr. Neeraj, in this case?
Yes, your lordship.
What will happen now?
There are 3-4 players, your lordship.
First period according to you, it has not become notice that the period is here.
60 days का था नहीं make a request, Your Lordship. I'm not well today, Your Lordship. It will be taken up.
Submit that is unwell.
Please, Your Lordship. I'll make my submissions next week.
Let's see.
Any date, Your Lordship?
Petitioner in person. Yes, please. Reply not filed by respondent 4 to 6.
Very date. Sorry. In previous case, some actual date.
Please. Yes, please. Respondents for yes, Mr. Murthy, who was to take the reply? Another item, 4 to 6 months. तो सरकार
Number 7.
we are waiting for regional pollution control officer.
In this case, no, there are personal allegations that are high. It possibly high.
So you are coming from number 7.
Yes, no.
So we can that is put in the papers on behalf of responding and such senior counsel. आप किसके
Except some appearing for 10, 13 and 14 respondents.
10, 13 और 14 के लिए इनके लिए आप किसके लिए
Lord, I am for 5 to 7, Lord. These are the entities of Pollution Control Board, Lord. I am appearing by Mr. Sandeep Datta in this case.
5 to 7. 6 also
Then, Lord, 5 to 6.
5 और 6 के लिए
Yes, Lord.
इसमें ऐसे लिखना 10 to 14 सर्व फिर प्रेजेंस लगा देना जो है बाकी जो नहीं है एक्सपर्ट है अच्छा इस पर इंक्रीमेंट की एप्लीकेशन किसकी है और जो application to complete it.
Now, it is not normal, we don't have a copy of this. But they will be appearing for on behalf of Mr. Pradesh, sir. Not, they are trying to project here.
Who is the petitioner?
Yes. Ishaq Kumar, इसी को करना Repetition was filed before this honorable court, which is also part of the record. Next week,
litigation. Activities. क्योंकि आपको देश की फिक्र है तो देश की फिक्र इस फ्लोर पर होती है
also petition
public interest
original council
instruction instruction to withdraw with liberty to file a petition on the format of PIL अपने से इसके लिए कैसे करने में जो कट पेस्ट किया है उसके बाद अगर जरूरत है उनकी पिटीशन हाउ इफेक्टिव
Yes, please. Well, I am before your lordship against the order in appeal passed by the Deputy Registrar Consumer Cooperative Societies. Now, precisely the ground before the registrar was initiating proceedings against me. The statement of claim was never supplied. Now, in the operative part of the order at page 23,
which is the improved order?
this is the improved order. Now, this is at P3, page 21. At page 23, may I read the operative part? Yes. The primary contention raised by the appellant in this case is that the arbitrator failed to provide the statement of accounts, thereby preventing the appellant from cross-verifying the entries in their account. The appellant further claims that the loan entries in the account are erroneous and the principles of natural justice were not adhered to. Additionally, it is argued that issues were not framed as required under Rule 91 of the HP Cooperative Society. Upon review of the required and argumented by both the parties, it is evident that the arbitrator provided ample opportunities to the appellant through various notices. Moreover, appellant did not raise issues regarding the framing of issue or provision of statement of claim during the proceedings before the arbitrator. In fact, during the hearing, appellant was provided access to all relevant records. They wish to inspect and order to substantiate the case. But admittedly, no statement of claim was supplied to me not. But in similar cases, not. I have annexed the copies of the orders passed by the court bench.
Yes, who invoked the jurisdiction arbitrator?
No, it was the HP Cooperative Society, under the HP Cooperative Society.
They invoked the jurisdiction of the arbitrator.
Yes, not.
और उन्होंने क्लेम फाइल किया, वो क्लेम भी नहीं दिया, क्लेम की कॉपी नहीं दी। What is statement of claim?
Let's say it is
ऐसा ना आर्बिट्रेशन के पास आर्बिट्रेटर का उसका प्रोसीडिंग है, आर्बिट्रेटर का कोर्ट।
Yes, ma'am.
वहाँ पे एक बंदा भी क्लेम फाइल करेगा, दूसरा उसका रिप्लाई फाइल करेगा, तो आपको क्या नहीं? What do you say, Mr. Rai?
Let's say set the form. I saw the claim of the government statement of claim of the them. And they have participated in
रिटर्न में दिया नहीं आप क्या कर रहे हो? आपको स्टेट क्लेम पिटीशन दो
what happened lot. You know, all such accompanying petitions. Same thing happened lot. Same point was taken by the department. They participated and they did not. But then the matter has been litigated in all such cases for adjudication before.
Okay, with regard to the judgment of the honorable court bench. The same circumstance.
He did not come through his same way. That is different thing also. I also suffer no that is concerned also. That also in that matter also, they are supposed to have disputed certain entities etc. also. On that part also is not general possible. But here also they are first again down.
I am not interested in facts. You see, you see, assuming you give a statement of claim, that is entire case false. Because the judgment of the honorable court bench is on the premise that the claim petition was not supplied to the other. For some time that the report of the learned arbitrator they produced before the court was certain as to whether the claim petition of the cooperative society was made available to the other petitioner. And whether it was applied for it or not. And no application will be it's not dash. Arbitrator. Next. Next case. Yes, Shri Vinita Verma, Nishant Khitta. Yes, Khitta ji. And not right. Please, sir.
Next, my lord. On page 35, my lord. This is the first paragraph, my lord. I have placed on top. There is the destruction caused to be destruction, my lord. The second page, my lord. This is the author of the decision, my lord. And this has been completely done. Below page 36, my lord, the photographs are very clear, my lord. And then on 37, photographs are very clear, in the house, below, my lord. And in the my lord, given this photograph, through the it's conflict that how the cost of the reported. This damage. After this picture, I have two pieces. First, that is application as a commercial.
You see, these are disputed issues. How can a report decide on Article 2?
But in this case,
Next week. Please. If they will submit the reply to the petition has been filed, registered to place the same on record in order. On the request of Mr. Fitta, this time next Wednesday. Join us if any to the reply be filed by the same. Please, Lordship.
I'm seeking for next time to come to
किसका चाह के लिए okay Digna has put in a credits on behalf of the private respondents. The question granted 4 weeks time to file reply to the petition
as well as power attorney.
As well as power attorney. This is after waiting to continue. Yes, please, Shri Arvind Sharma has been found logic for weeks. Reply time start regarding within 4 weeks. इसमें कोई इंटरव्यू वगैरह है? इंटरव्यू यस प्लीज ये है क्या केस क्या सर?
No, in this case, some required and sorted against the just the investigation of the. In this case, there are direction to produce that inquiry.
देखिए रीजनल बोलो
My friend is here, you actually just see it.
all ask this that he should be investigation also one and two also
That is no more officer. Now, senior counsel for responsible. Has handed over proper private detail. 13 May 2025. In terms of respondent number 6 is now no more than former officer. In the FIR, non-released deputation. As the inquiry has been entrusted to Ranjan Kumar Sharma, HPS ST Pure Solution. With that as it may, list the case for consideration on that. जिसमें लेक्चर से पहले बैठा के आपको देख लेंगे करके इसको This is उसमें मैंने वो क्या कहते हैं वो रिवॉल्विंग का ना पूछना इनसे क्या करना है फिर खत्म करते हैं ठीक है श्रीलंका Yes, please.
Lord, this is not civil petition challenging the order passed by the London Financial Commissioner appeals.
It is not filed.
Is not, sir.
Also the private party,
Your Lordship.
reply not filed, they filed in 4 weeks, is their intend to continue. Miscellaneous application of notice reply if any in 4 weeks, is there. Not late. Acceptable.
Please to issue notice to the.
Respondent 3, 4, 6 and 10 to 14 served. 5 and 7 to 9 not served for one of the address. That fresh notices issued to 5, 7 and 9 return for hash. Correct address along with fresh process fee for the service of the said respondent to file within 2 weeks. ठीक है बाकी नहीं आएंगे तो एक्सपार्टी कर देना कोई आया तो हाथ लगा दे सुरेश सैनी yes sir Lordship yes please
Lordship.
इसमें लिखना रिप्लाई आपने कर दिया फाइल Mr. Chandrasekhar submits the reply on file behalf of R1 has been filed. Sir submit the rejoin the date was registered to place the same on record list for consideration of पर दो सर आपको जो छुटे के बाद लगा दो इसमें next please decided
In this case, I will be committed to file a short affidavit because the election that is the computer directed and as per the provisions of the CGST Act also, because his appeal was time barred. So automatically when the appeal was time barred, then the judgment from the computer itself that it is not entertainable. So I will be committed to say
just time for that.
Also, I have online appeal authority that has been rejected without any reasoning. It is a system.
But question नहीं है question है कि उसमें कोई दफा 5 बार आता है
Otherwise, there is no.
अगर time भी है you have to hear and maybe he can explain it
Committed to file a short affidavit.
Mr. Verma Mr. Rora
Auto discount number 2.
number 2 10 days time is granted to file reply.
With my lord's kind permission.
Yes, please.
Lord, in the matter number 67, my lord, I am appealing for 5 people.
हाँ देखो इनकी तरह से ज़्यादा ना बताओ ड्रामा की
Gratefully, Lordship.
Yes, please.
This is the case for one.
Sir, reply. Motion. Reply to the petition not filed more than platform that needs to be done within 4 weeks. This is the after intent to continue.
कर रहे थे जी शायद।
Mr. Mehta is not on the call. If he can, please. Okay, what is the case?
This so I give case file. Hello. The petitioner post is being investigated. Investigated. The registration certificate is also issued to him. Also issued to him.
Which cannot be decided on Article 226. The order that was passed by the Honorable Court was only this, that in terms of the court on its own motion, the authority gets passed out.
Lordship, I'm representing one of the Lordship Vice to Mr. Vinod Chauhan. These are the instructions, Lordship.
Listed that's not.
Lordship, just the serial number 6, Lordship, where there is a dispute about admission and registration here. Lordship, this is not available with the university.
We can't say so many things. You see, there is a cloud with regard to the admissions which are done by this particular institute. Let us see the order passed by the Honorable Division. Show me the order. You have to appreciate one thing. If the issue being agitated by you is exactly the issue which the students were raising before the Honorable Division Bench, and the Honorable Division Bench against Wisdom said, it is not something we can decide under 226. We are not everywhere.
Application for the matter, my lord. Section matter, my lord. What is the beneficiary of the award for employment labor court, my lord?
My application under 17B is also pending.
17B का आपको अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, किस 17B?
Management report after few days. Because
कर दिया 17B का?
it is a complete in that application.
तो can we request the Lord Council for the petition list for consideration? 23 की है, 23 की है।
हाँ जी।
इसको जुलाई के फर्स्ट वीक में रखो। We'll make it a provided time. Yes, sir. Okay, dear, yes. You know what to say?
Because I was in 46 when
धर्मेंद्र का वेलकम हुआ। इस urgent cases है तो प्राधान्य दो। And tomorrow also the same position will be there. There is some administrative also.
in fact there is one matter serial number. After 10. It is with respect to gate issue in the Kagara lordship. That person is encroaching upon the land and stopping the path of other villagers lordship. गेट लगे पब्लिक पार्क पे लोग अपना पर्सनल गेट लगाए नहीं ना सर। हाँ जी कौन सा करके लगा रही है ऐसे नहीं लगा रही है। हाँ जी वो कहते हैं कि अपना जो गेट लगा देंगे वरना कि तुमने एक ही लॉ इंश्योर करना कि उसमें सफाई है ताकि जिसमें यूज करना यूज करता है। दैट सी सेम सो ऐसे कह रही है कि हम लोग डिफाइन लगाएंगे प्राइवेट में भी क्लाइंट एक्सेस मेंटेन हो गए अगर लोग यूज करता है और जो पिटिशनर की कंटेंशन है कि घर में बनना चाहिए वो भी ठीक हो ठीक बाकी
Bullet involving the
और 25 40 और 25 12 42 18 हाँ जी 8740 हाँ हाँ सब हाँ इधर तो वैसे भी कवर नहीं अभी सारा हाँ क्यों कर रही डालो अच्छा वाला डालो हाँ केबल कभी कहाँ केबल कभी कौन सी कंपनी थी कंपनी यही बताओ उसने खोला हिमांशु ने खोला उसको पता है केबल कभी सारा उसने बताया हाँ सर सर लिखो 16 अभी आया नहीं है आ रहा उसको टाइम लग जाएगा 1 घंटे करीब वो पिछला एड्रेस भी लगा पड़ा पता नहीं कैसे आ रहा है पूरा 11 बजे जाएगा अगर तुम बोलो एक बार वो सर जल्दी करो हमें चेक भी करना है बाद में कर लेंगे हम
go around इतना 16 से ऐसे देख रहा हूँ ना उसका एक तो
മനേജേട്ടാ കേക്കാവോ?
कॉल पे तो बात करनी है
കേക്കാം. അവിടെ ആരെങ്കിലും കോണ്ടാക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ? കാരണം അവിടെ മൈക്കിൽ തൊട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ ഈ സൗണ്ട് കുറച്ച് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ കേട്ട്.
പുള്ളിയുടെ നമ്പർ മനോണ്ണയിലേ ഉള്ളൂ.
എനിക്ക് ആ നിക്കണ ആളുടെ നമ്പർ കിട്ടിയാലും മതി. ആ തൊപ്പി വെച്ച് നിൽക്കുന്ന
ആളുടെ നമ്പർ അത് ഇതാണ്, അത് രാംജിത്താണ്.
രാംജിത്തിന്റെ നമ്പർ ഒന്ന് അയച്ചു തരുമോ?
എന്റെ ഇല്ല, അതാണ്. മനോണ്ണ ആ നമ്പർ ഒന്ന് ഇടാവോ? ഹലോ,
നിങ്ങൾ ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
കുറച്ച് അടിച്ചു വെക്കോ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോ.
എനിക്കൊന്ന് മനോഹർ ഈസ് ഓൾസോ ജോയിൻഡ്. മനോഹർ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ ഇതില്?
ഒരു സാമ്പിൾ അഡ്വക്കേറ്റ് 1 ഉണ്ട്. ബട്ട് ഉണ്ട്.
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു മ്യൂട്ട് ആയിരിക്കണം. എല്ലാവരും മ്യൂട്ട് ആയിരിക്കും. അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കണേ. കേൾക്കാവോ? ഓ ഷുവർ നിഖില നന്നായിട്ട് കേൾക്കാം. ഹലോ रामजीत
यस सर
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
यस आ रही है सर.
അപ്പൊ അവിടുന്ന് വരുന്ന വോയിസിന് മാത്രമാണ് സ്ക്രാച്ച് ഉള്ളത്.
ഞാനൊന്ന് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യട്ടെ.
മനോഹർജി
ഞാൻ കോളിലുണ്ട്. കേൾക്കാവോ?
എനിക്ക് നല്ല ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് കേൾക്കാം. നോ ഇഷ്യൂ. ഞങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നത് കുഴപ്പമില്ലല്ലോ. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഇച്ചിരി ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്. ഹലോ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്യുവാണോ? സ്റ്റക്ക് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? വീഡിയോ സ്റ്റക്ക് ആയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഓക്കെ.
ഇങ്ങനെ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
നല്ല ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇതേ കോള് സ്ട്രീമിംഗിൽ നോക്കിക്കേ എങ്ങനെ കേൾക്കുന്നു.
ഇവിടെ ഓക്കെ ആണെങ്കിൽ സ്ട്രീമിംഗിലും ഓക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും. കാര്യം നമ്മൾ ഒരേ സ്ട്രീം തന്നെയാണ് വിടുന്നത്. എന്തായാലും ലെറ്റ് മീ ചെക്ക്. ഞാൻ ഒന്ന് നോക്കട്ടെ. സ്ട്രീമിംഗിൽ അത് എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല ഇതുവരെ. ഓക്കെ. എനിവേ സ്റ്റിൽ നമുക്ക് ആ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്. കോർട്ടിൽ നിന്നും സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോഴും ആ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട് ആക്ച്വലി.
മനോട്ട് അവിടെ കോർട്ടിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
കോർട്ടില് രാംജിത്ത് ഉണ്ട്. രാംജിത്ത് ആ തൊപ്പി വെച്ചേക്കുന്ന രാംജിത്ത് ആണ്. രാംജിത്തിനോട് നിനക്ക് സംസാരിക്കും. രാംജിത്ത്
എന്താണ്
आपको मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है? रामजीत
वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है सर.
क्लियर नहीं है? वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है? रामजीत थोड़ा जज की डायस पर आना. जज की डायस.
हाँ सर.
वो जज के माइक है ना?
थोड़ा बिजी हो रहा है. 2 मिनट.
जज के माइक के सामने आना. जज के
हाँ बोलो सर.
उसमें टच करना. 2-3 बार टच करना.
രാംജിത്തിന്റെ നമ്പർ ഇപ്പൊ തരാം.
ഓക്കെ.
One second. Yes. ഞാൻ അയക്കാണ്. കേൾക്കാലോ.
കേൾക്കാം.
Hey Manoj sir, hello. യൂട്യൂബില് പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആണ് ഓഡിയോ. യൂട്യൂബിൽ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഓഡിയോ എല്ലാം പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആണ്.
ആ ലിങ്ക് ഒന്ന് ലിങ്ക് ഒന്ന് ഇട്ടേക്കാം.
സ്ട്രീമിംഗിൽ നോക്കിയാൽ പറ്റുന്ന ബാക്കിലേക്ക് ഓടിച്ച് നോക്കിയാലും കിട്ടും. ഇപ്പൊ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ പറയുന്നത് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. അവിടെ നല്ല പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഓടുന്നുണ്ട് യൂട്യൂബ് ലിങ്കിൽ. ഏതോ
മനോജ് സാർ വീഡിയോ ഒന്ന് മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാവോ? കാര്യം മനോജ് സാറിന്റെ അവിടുന്ന് ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത് കുറവാണ്. ബാൻഡ്വിഡ്ത്ത് കുറവാണ്.
സുമേഷ് രാംജിത്തിന്റെ നമ്പർ ഞാൻ അയച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അവൻ ഏതെങ്കിലും മൈക്കിൽ നിന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറയണേ. ഇവന് റാൻഡമായിട്ട് നിൽക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് അവിടെ 3 മൈക്കുണ്ട്. ഏത് മൈക്കാണ് എടുക്കുന്നതെന്ന് അറിയാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
ആ 3 മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയ മൈക്കുകളല്ലേ?
അതെ അതെ അതെ.
ഞാൻ ഓരോന്നോരോന്നൊന്ന് മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടൊന്ന് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറയാം.
അത് 3 മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഓരോന്ന് ഓൺ ചെയ്ത് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ അവനോട്.
ഓക്കെ.
മനോഹർജി കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? നിങ്ങൾ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? മനോഹർ യൂട്യൂബ് ലിങ്ക് ഞാൻ അയച്ചു തരാലോ. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് അവിടുന്ന് ഭയങ്കര നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ലോസ് ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോ ഞാന് ഇപ്പൊ ലിങ്ക് ഞാനിപ്പോ ഇട്ട് തരാം. എനിക്കുള്ള വോയിസ് എല്ലാം ക്ലിയർ ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മള് എന്തെങ്കിലും ആ മിക്സർ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിൽ നമ്മള് അല്ല ശരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ സൈഡിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ഇൻപുട്ടില് ഞങ്ങൾ പല ലൊക്കേഷനിൽ നിന്നാണ്. ഞാൻ എന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ നിന്നാണ് കേൾക്കുന്നത്. ഓഫീസിലുള്ള ഞാൻ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ പറയാം. ഓക്കെ, ഞാനിപ്പോ നേരിട്ട് വിളിച്ച് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യും. ഉറപ്പായിട്ടും നല്ല നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഉണ്ടാകണം. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് വീഡിയോ മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കണം. നമുക്ക് ഓഡിയോ മാത്രം കേൾക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ എന്തായാലും ലൈവിന്റെ ലിങ്ക് അയക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ശരി. മറന്നുപോയല്ലോ.
നമ്മള് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോഴൊക്കെ ക്ലിയർ ആ കേട്ടോ. സ്ട്രീമിംഗിലും
ക്ലിയർ ആണല്ലേ? ബോട്ടിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ഓഡിയോ കേൾക്കുന്നത്.
മനോട്ടാ,
എന്തോ
ആ 3 മൈക്കിൽ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്.
അപ്പൊ അതാ പറഞ്ഞ മേ ബി അതാ മിക്സറിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഞാൻ സാഹിലിനെ ഒന്ന് വിളിച്ച് ചോദിച്ചോടെ. പിന്നെ മനോഹർ ഇപ്പോഴും പറയുന്നത് മിക്സറിന്റെ
ഇഷ്യൂ മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ജഡ്ജിന്റെ അവിടെ നിന്ന് സംസാരിച്ച് ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്.
മാസ്റ്റർ മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തപ്പോ ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ ഇല്ലല്ലോ.
ഹലോ,
ഹലോ
സുമേഷേട്ടാ, ഇതൊന്നും വേണ്ട. വേറെ സൂമ് വല്ല എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ അതിൽ ഈ സെയിം ഇഷ്യൂ കിട്ടും.
സൂമോ?
മീൻസ് ഏതെടുത്താലും ഈ സെയിം മൈക്കിന്റെ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടാവും.
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു എന്തോ മിക്സർ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്. ഒരു മൈക്കിനല്ല പ്രശ്നം.
അല്ല അതാ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ലൈക്ക് അവരുടെ ആ ഹാർഡ്വെയറിന്റെ ഇതാണെന്ന് കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ടൂൾ എടുത്താലും സെയിം ഇഷ്യൂ വരും. പറഞ്ഞോടാ. മനുട്ട സായിൽ ഇപ്പൊ കേറുവോ? കോളിലാണ്. ഓക്കെ.
സുമേഷേ, ഇപ്പൊ രാംജിത്തിനെ കൊണ്ട് അവിടുന്ന് കോർട്ട് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യിച്ചിട്ട് വീണ്ടും കോർട്ട് 3 സെലക്ട് ചെയ്ത് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറയണം. എന്നിട്ട് അല്ല ഓക്കെ അപ്പൊ സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് വീണ്ടും ആഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരില്ലേ സുമേഷേ?
സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് കോർട്ട് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനാണോ?
അതെ കോർട്ട് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് മനോഹർ is saying like stop the court and proceed the things from the start.
വരും ആഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും.
നമ്പേഴ്സ് എല്ലാം ആഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും.
Then മനോഹർജി hello.
പിന്നെ 12 അപ്പൊ ഇല്ല നീ പറ നീ ഞാൻ ആദ്യം 11 വന്നു അത് 8
സുമേഷേ,
ആ
നമുക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റിങ്ങിന് വേണ്ടിട്ട് ഇപ്പൊ ഒന്ന് കോർട്ട് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാവോ അവനെ കൊണ്ട്, രാംജിത്തിനെ കൊണ്ട്?
അപ്പൊ ഈ സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യണം.
സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് അപ്പൊ ഒന്ന് നോട്ട് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കണം, എത്ര സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന്.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്.
ഡെയിലി എത്രയുണ്ട്, ഡെയിലി ഏതാ കിടക്കുന്നത്, മറ്റേ സപ്ലിമെന്ററിയും പ്രൊഡക്ഷനും ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. മാസ്റ്ററിനോട് ചോദിക്കാൻ പറയാം, രാംജിത്തിനോട് പറയണം, മാസ്റ്ററിനോട് ചോദിക്ക്. മാസ്റ്റർ അവിടെ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നണേ ഇപ്പൊ. പുള്ളിയോട് ചോദിക്ക്, ഒന്ന് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്താൽ ഒന്നുകൂടെ ആ സീരിയൽ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ഒക്കെ എൻ്റർ ആവുന്നു. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നീ മാസ്റ്ററിന് ഫോൺ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി.
ശരി. ഇത് ചെയ്തിട്ടും വലിയ പ്രയോജനം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നില്ല.
അവിടുന്ന് ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാലോ.
അല്ല, അത് ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് നമുക്ക് കാണിക്കാനായിട്ട് പുള്ളീനെ ഇതിനകത്തേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ആ മൈക്ക് മൂന്നും മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചാൽ മതി. ശരിക്കും
ഞാനത് പറഞ്ഞു അവൻ സമ്മതിക്കുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ റീസ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം, ഇഷ്യൂ ഫിക്സ് ആവുന്നുണ്ടോ, അത് ഇനി ഫിക്സ് ആയിട്ട് ഒരു 2 മണിക്കൂർ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണോ ഇത് വരുന്നത്, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാലോ. നീ മാസ്റ്ററുമായിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കും. ഞാനൊന്ന് ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സാറിന് ഒന്നുകൂടെ അത് എൻ്റർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണെന്ന്.
ഓക്കെ, പുള്ളി അത് ചിലപ്പോൾ നടക്കില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
നടക്കില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വിട്ടേക്ക്, വേറെ കാര്യമൊന്നുമില്ല.
ശരി.
അല്ല, നമ്മള് ഇപ്പം മലയാള വേറെ ഏതിന്ന് കയറിയാലും ഇത് തന്നെയാണ് അവസ്ഥ. ജി മീറ്റ് ആണെങ്കിലും സൂം ആണെങ്കിലും അത് കാണിച്ചാലും മതി.
വേറൊരു കോട്ട് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്താലും
ഈ നമ്മളിപ്പോഴും ആക്ച്വലി ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത് മേ ബി അതിന്റെ ആ ഹാർഡ്വെയർ അവിടുന്ന് കിട്ടുന്ന ഇൻപുട്ടിന് എന്തോ ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. അത് ഏത് കോർട്ടിലാണെങ്കിലും ഇത് തന്നെ സംഭവിക്കും. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടുന്ന് ഒരു കോർട്ട് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്താൽ ആ പ്രശ്നം വരത്തില്ല. നമ്മളത് ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയതാ. സുമേഷ്, ഇതൊന്ന് റീസ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമെന്നൊന്ന് നോക്ക്. എന്നിട്ട് ഇതേ കേസ് നമ്പർ തന്നെ വിളിച്ചിട്ട് അതിനകത്ത് കയറിയാൽ മതി എല്ലാവരും. ഡെയിലിയിൽ 62. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കോർട്ടിന് അവനെ കൊണ്ട് കോൾ ചെയ്യിച്ചിട്ട് ആ നമ്പർ ഇപ്പൊ ആക്റ്റീവ് ചെയ്താണെന്ന് നോക്കിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ അതിനകത്തേക്ക് സീരിയൽ നമ്പർ ആ നമ്പർ ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് കയറിയാൽ മതി. ഒന്ന് വിളിച്ചിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാവോ മറ്റേ മാസ്റ്ററിന്റെ അടുത്ത്, ഇവനോട് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. എടാ പൊട്ടാ, കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടാ? അയ്യോ, ലൈവ് വരുമല്ലേ. എടാ അവൻ രക്ഷപ്പെട്ട് പോയടാ.
വേറൊരു കാര്യം കൂടി ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയാലോ?
പറ.
നമുക്ക് ഒരു ജി മീറ്റിന്റെ ലിങ്ക് അവർക്കൊന്ന് കൊടുത്തിട്ടേ നമ്മൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അതിനകത്തൊന്ന് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയാലോ, ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടോന്ന്.
അത് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പൊ അതെല്ലാം കൂടെ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സമയമുണ്ടോ? നമുക്ക് കോർട്ട് ഒന്ന് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് 4 മണി